With the playoff picture already decided, the Spencer County Bears have one game to play before postseason play begins next week. Tonight, the Nelson County Cardinals and new coach Josh Boston have arrived in Taylorsville to finish out the 2025 regular season on senior night. Hello, friends, and welcome to Spencer County High School. Alongside John Hutchins,
yes, sir.
I am Bo Bruner, and we're here with the GHP-SPORTS crew to bring you the Teacup pregame show for Week 11 of Bears football. John, we've come to the end of the season. Coach Marksberry has his troops playing probably the best ball they have all season. The playoff brackets are set, but there's no time to let up now.
Yeah, if you let up, Bo, you are definitely taking a risk of the wheels coming off altogether. The Bears, they fought hard all season. You know, maybe a hiccup or two early, but they've hit their stride at just the right time to make deep run in the playoffs. Although this Nelson County team doesn't affect our first two rounds of the postseason, Bo, it can change what happens in that third round. The RPI won't be set until the end of the regular season is over, but if we want Spencer County to be the best possible spot they can be, a win tonight will mean a lot.
Now, originally, I was not going to be here tonight, so we had to get a backup to work with John.
Yep.
Y'all don't know how hard that was. But plans changed, so I'm here now. But the brave individual who thought it was a good idea to step in and take bars from John is here with us tonight. We got Superintendent Dr. Willie Foster. Dr. Foster, thank you, man, for joining the show.
I appreciate you having me, guys. I tell you, my goal was just not to mess this up. And I like to talk. I love football and love Spencer County. So thank you for having
you're
me.
going to fit in with us then if you like to talk and if you love football. But, man, it's great to have you here tonight. Of course, you know, you having ties back deep into football, whether it be Bullitt East and then even when you were up at Mayo, I'm sure you followed them a lot. And now with the Spencer County Bears team, man, it's great to have you here.
Well, thank you so much. I look forward to it again. Just don't want to mess it up.
So we got a lot to get to here on our Teacup pregame show. When we return, we'll recap last week's game, but we'll also have some Senior Day festivities before we even get to that. We'll have all that and more. We're now about 35 minutes away from kickoff. You're watching Bears football on GHP Sports.
The Cooperative Extension Office is here to serve all residents of Spencer County with educational and research-based programs. We offer programs for youth 5 to 18 years old through our 4-H program, where youth can make the best better. We offer free soil testing, and if you love to get your hands dirty, consider becoming a master gardener. We also offer programs for prevention, wellness, and individual family development, or you can check out our homemaker groups. We are located at 100 Oak Tree Way off Highway 44 in Taylorsville, Kentucky. Come in and see us or check us out on our website or Facebook.
At Acadia Counseling, we offer a professional, down-to-earth approach for adults, families, couples, and adolescents who are looking for lasting results in a non-judgmental environment. Located in St. Matthews and offering telehealth straight to your phone or Wi-Fi enabled smart device, Acadia Counseling offers evening and weekend appointments. Give us a call or schedule from our website and create a brighter future for yourself or a loved one.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School. Senior night tonight, John. And It's always a special night here in Spencer County, whether it's a sports or any event, really.
Yeah, sorry. We're a little off and on right now. We're having some technical difficulty with our ears right now. So if it seems a little disconjointed with our conversation, we're kind of hearing some things. But we're going to push through this the best we can. But, Bo, you talking about this being senior night tonight? And, man, I'm telling you what, this is a very special night for these boys. I got a chance to talk to Paxton Truitt's mom and dad coming in. And, it's like I've told them and I've told other people, it's like this is such a bittersweet moment. You see these kids grow, you see these kids get to the point where they are, and you're so proud of them. But yet, it's painful to see them go out there on that field for the last time. And we know it won't be the last time. We still got a game left to play next week, maybe another couple games after that, who knows. But that senior night really starts to make it feel real.
So we're just kind of going to hang out and try not to get too deep into our pregame stuff, because we do want to bring you the senior festivities. But we will talk a little bit, and I guess we'll just try to get some of it done and over with, John, about last week.
Hey, wait a minute. Is it gone? No, it's not. Yeah. We thought we had it. Anyway, all right, so let's go on and get some of our pregame done, Bo.
Last Friday, Spencer County, they played their final district game against a new district opponent, Grant County, after a restructuring of all the districts the year before. The Braves come to town, and second game in a row, John, Spencer County, they were really dominant on both sides of the football from the onset and came away with a 47-14 victory.
Yeah.
So Grant County won the toss and elected to receive. After a turnover on downs, Spencer County started their possession on the Grant County 39-yard line. 3 plays later, for Spencer County, Noah Kropp ran untouched into the end zone for their first score of the game. Jackson Brown's PAT. The Bears led 7-0 with 8:38 left to go in the first quarter. After a 3-and-out, Armin Smalley blocked the Grant County punt. It was recovered by Ryan Tobey at the Grant County 23-yard line. On the very next play, Keon Davis hit Caleb Higdon out in the flat, and Caleb did the rest of the work. He avoided a couple tackles and danced into the end zone for the score. The extra point was no good after a low snap, and with 6:30 left to go in the first, the Bears led 13-0. Then the Bears would force a Braves punt on their next possession. John, that punt hit the back of one of their linemen.
Yeah, it did.
And was downed at the Grant County 37-yard line. 2 plays later, Noah Kropp scampered 31 yards into the end zone. His second touchdown of the night. Jackson Brown nailed the PAT. The score was 20-0 with 39 seconds left to go in the first quarter. At this point, Coach Mosier, he kind of ditched the idea of having a quarterback, John, and switched to all Wildcat offense for the rest of the game. That first possession of the second quarter for the Braves, they did go 66 yards on 10 plays, all runs by Daquan Harrison, chewing up about 7 minutes off the clock. 2-point conversion was no good, and with 5:22 left in the first half, the Bears led 20-6. The Bears got their ball on the next possession at the Grant County 44-yard line. They went 56 yards on 6 plays, ended in a 12-yard run by Jake Green. Jackson Brown's extra point try was good, and with 3:12 left in the half, the Bears were up 27-6. And then another 3-and-out by the Spencer County defense forced the Grant County punt. The Bears would take over at the Grant County 45-yard line. On the first play, Keon Davis hit a wide-open Jake Green for a 45-yard touchdown pass, and he walked into the end zone, his second touchdown of the night. Brown's extra point was good, and that made the score 34-6 with 59 seconds left in the half, and we took that score into the locker room.
Man, Bo, I love how well the Bears are playing right now. For the first few weeks, you've used the word dominant, and Dr. Foster, I'm sure you've heard that word said with a couple of these games this year, but Spencer County, I mean, their offense is just running at peak efficiency right now, and the defense, it's become about as stingy as they come. I mean, have you been seeing anything from that?
I have. And, I'll tell you, one of the things that you look at as the calendar gets to turn November is having an offense and defense that travels.
Yeah.
And, it's interesting. Coach Marksberry, he's done this for a while, and he's a wing T guy. But adding the option this year has been something that's very different and probably not a lot of people would have predicted. But I'll tell you, if you look at high school football now, there's not many teams when they install their defense, they worry about the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch.
Exactly.
So when you have to prepare for Spencer County, you're preparing for something you don't see all year.
Yeah.
And it's been really cool to watch it evolve. And these kids get their confidence and their groove, and the offensive line is just firing off the ball, which is exciting to watch.
It is, and we talked about that some last week in the fact that when you change that offense like that. So many teams, they're used to what Spencer County has always done. You add that triple option into it, and the Bears have had all year to prepare this offense. When these teams that are coming in here or us going there, they've had a week to try to learn how to stop it, and it makes a huge difference. But when you look at Grant County last week, we knew coming into this that you end up having Harrison for Grant County be everything they have really on offense and running. And so I wasn't surprised to see Grant County go to that Wildcat where they're trying to eliminate that quarterback exchange in the background, trying to speed it up. I mean, everybody knew number one was getting the ball anyway, and that did a lot for them. But, that first drive when they did it, it really made a big difference. They were able to get down the field, put those points on the board. Of course, Spencer County, few adjustments, and then it just really wasn't as effective against that Bears defense anymore. Spencer County, they have a team that everybody knows around now cannot be ignored in preparation.
Noah is escorted by his mom, Sandra, and his dad, Robin, and his brother, Elijah, and
So
Christian.
we're going to take a couple seconds here, take a little bit of a break, leave it here to where you guys can enjoy some of these
His
senior
plans
day
after high
festivities.
school are to attend Kentucky Christian University and play baseball. Noah would like to thank all of his coaches, parents, and everyone else who has helped him along his journey. Ladies and gentlemen, Noah Kropp. Up next, we have number 32, J.J. Fisher. J.J. is escorted by his parents, Melissa and Joey, and his sister, Allison. His favorite football moments are the experiences after practice at camp. His plans after high school are to attend the Speed School and become a mechanical engineer. J.J. would like to thank all of his coaches that he's played for, his parents for being there with him every step of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, J.J. Fisher. Up next, we have number 81, Jacob Goodlett. Jacob is escorted by his parents, Eric Goodlett and Leanne Harden, his sisters, Hannah and Chelsea, and his girlfriend, Maddie. Jacob's favorite football moment is beating Collins his junior year. His plans after high school are to become a firefighter for the Middletown Anchorage Fire Department. He would like to thank all his family and his coaches. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jacob Goodlett. Up next, we have number 3, Caleb Higdon. Caleb is escorted by his parents, Courtney and Brian, and his brother Isaac and his sister Ella. Caleb's favorite football moment is his pick 6 against Nelson County last year. His plans after high school are to attend the University of Kentucky and major in finance. Caleb would like to thank his coaches, his mom and dad, and all the other people who have supported him on his journey. Ladies and gentlemen, Caleb Higdon. Up next, we have number 5, Brody Phelps. Brody is escorted by his parents, Shannon and Jason Phelps, his brother Jace, and his grandparents. Brody's favorite football memory is beating Collins his junior year. His plans after high school are to figure it out after this football season. Brody would like to thank his parents, his coaches, and his girlfriend. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brody Phelps. Up next, number 17, Armin Smalley. Armin is escorted by his mom, his dad, and his 2 sisters, Sophia and Sonia. His favorite football moments are the last day of fall camp with his boys and having the best night together. His plans after college are to continue his football career in college and to get his education. Armin would like to thank God, his family, for all the support they've given him, and to his friends who've helped him every day to become a better version of himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Armin Smalley. Up next, we have number 30, Ryan Toby. Ryan is escorted by his parents, Aaron and James Toby, and his brother, Jackson. His favorite football memories are all of the locker room times that they had together. After high school, he plans to attend trade school in industrial maintenance. Ryan would like to thank his parents, all of his family, his friends, and his coaches. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Toby. Up next, we have number 7, Paxton Truitt. Paxton is escorted by his parents, Amanda and Tim Truitt, and his sister, Kylie. His favorite football moment is beating Collins his junior year and going to Paducah for the 3rd round of the playoffs his sophomore year. His plans after high school are to attend college, become a physical therapist, or an occupational therapist. Paxton would like to thank his family, friends, as well as Bo and John from GHP for their support over the 3 years that he's played varsity. He'd like to thank his family from afar who has joined him watching GHP. So thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Paxton Truitt. As we recognize our seniors from Spencer County football, we would like to recognize the senior football players from Nelson County. Number 1, Grant Cox. Number 3, Chance Good. Number 9, Cam Morley. Number 10, Darius Johnson. Number 21, Jake Reynolds. And number 36, Tate Milburn. Nelson County, congratulations on your careers and best of luck in your future endeavors.
All right, that goes our senior festivities. Congratulations to the 9 seniors on this Spencer County football team. John, you've been down that road before, senior day.
I'm sure Dr. Foster has too. That's it's a little painful. I mean, it kind of cuts at you a little bit when you know that it's coming to an end. But it's still it's memories you're always going to have.
Her favorite cheer moments are making All-American at cheer camp. After high school, she would like to attend the University of Louisville to become a dental hygienist. Lachlan would like to thank every coach she's ever had, because without them, she wouldn't be the athlete
same
that she is
guys
today.
that are going to be in their wedding.
Like to thank her mom.
These are guys that they're going to call when they get a promotion at work. They're going to be lifetime friends, and that's what it's all about. And that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it definitely is, and I think we might be okay.
Kendall Slaughter. Kendall is being
I'm not hearing
by
a
her
delay
dad,
in my ears
Craig,
anymore.
Her mom Leslie and her brother Mason.
I think we're all right.
Kendall's
So,
favorite cheer
Bo,
moment, cheering on the boys
we're going to talk a little bit more about that game last week with Grant County. And
after high school, she plans to
second half, it kind of course, Spencer County, some 2s and 3s in there, but a little slowdown in the second half.
Yeah, they got started on their 47-yard line. 4 plays later, Keon Davis hit Armin Smalley for a 14-yard touchdown pass in the corner of the end zone. Brown's PAT put us in the running clock, John. The score 41-6, a little over 2 minutes into the second half. Grant County would score late in the third quarter to close that gap to 41-14. Then in the fourth, with the 2s and 3s in the game for Spencer County, Paxton Truitt led the Bears on a 7-play, 69-yard drive, ending with Deshaun Davis getting his first career touchdown. 2-point try was no good, and that would give us our final score of 47-14.
So, Bo, Ryan Toby in that game, he probably played one of the best games I've ever seen him play as a Bear. I mean, you could see how much he was locked in while he was out there on the field. Again, it's another example of how far these players have come since the beginning of the season, and I truly believe this Bears team that we're going to see on this field tonight could be one of the most talented teams to ever wear the blue and white.
And younger brother for all
I'm not questioning Coach Marksburg's math skills, but, John, we thought Ryan Toby had 8 to 10 tackles in the first half alone.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and ended up, the official stats said he had 8. Like I said, I'm not going to question that, but they go back and look at all that. But
up next we have
I would have swore he had 12 to 15.
Ryan has had an incredible year, and he has been just a rock in the defense, and has just every time I've been able to watch him play, he is a competitor, and that's a special thing. We talked about senior night and the emotion of it. A young man like that appreciates what he's got left, and every chance he gets to compete, he leaves it on the field, and you can ask nothing more than that.
Yeah, he does. So
I went back through my notes, John, and fumbled through a lot of scribbling. Got it all right here in my little trusty rusty notebook. What I found was after that game at Fairdale Week 5, we were happy the Bears got the win, but we're not happy with how they played. It was really just a sloppy ball game. Starting that next week against Western Hills, the Spencer County offense has taken the field 31 times, and out of those 31 times, 23 has resulted in a touchdown. Now, that does not include the touchdown scored by Jake Green on the punt return, Armin Smalley on the scoop and score against Shelby County. And in those 4 games, this Spencer County offense is averaging 43 points a game. Defensively, they've given up a total of 69 points. And, I mean, just 11.6 points a game. And long story short, This has really got me thrown off with all this in our ears, but I think it's finally gone.
I think it is going to.
But long story short, since that debacle at Fairdale, this team's been hitting on all cylinders.
Now wait, before I say what I was going to say, of course, Dr. Foster, you're involved with education. I would have hated for you to see what he went through to do that math at home to figure all this stuff out. I'm just saying, it'd have been rough. Maybe some night classes offered at the high school, just a little thing here. But no, anyway, it's great timing, the way the Bears have been able to pull this stuff together. You know, Breckenridge County, it's just a week away. The Bears, they're a finely tuned machine right now. And to me, they look like they're ready to make a deep run in the playoffs.
Well, you want nothing more than your team to peak at the right time of the year.
Exactly.
And, you know, the one thing I know I get a chance to talk to Coach Marksberry usually about once a week. And, you know, he's playing a lot of young kids. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I told him I was on the staff at St. X for 3 years. And I remember Coach Glazer telling us for every sophomore we had to start, we'd lose a game. And it's not because, you know, their talent or lack thereof. It's just young players are going to go through growing pains. And, you know, when you look at our offense, you know, trying to go to more of an option-oriented attack, it takes time. It's a completely different way to play football. And, you know, the Fairdale game happened, and I think, you know, obviously it was a wake-up call for this team. And obviously they've responded exactly the way you would want them to.
Yep.
All right, let's. I'll tell you what. Let's take another break on our Teacup pregame show, and on the other side, we'll look at our Taylorsville Community Church players to watch. And we are now about 10 and a half minutes away from kickoff. You're watching Bears football on GHP-SPORTS.
By her mother Jessica and her father Jeremy. To thank her teammates, whom she gets to call sisters, her coach Alex for the past 6 years, Coach Marita for the last 2, and everybody that's supported her athletic years, and mostly to her parents for always pushing her to do her best and to never give up. Ladies and gentlemen, Addie Barnes. And finally, we'd like to recognize Polly D. Polly's being escorted by her mom, Yulia.
All right, back here at Spencer County High School.
Her favorite athletic moment is when we celebrated Christmas with the girls at her house and they get the chance to bond with each other.
And we're getting ready to take on
the
Nelson County Cardinals.
To go to the University of Louisville to study business marketing.
Community Church
and after that,
players
move to
to
New
watch
York
for tonight.
and pursue her career.
First for Nelson County, we're going to go with the
thank her
senior
mom
quarterback,
for
Cam
coming
Morley.
to every single competition.
This offense will move as far as Morley can take them, John. He's sneaky good. Lefty, got a great arm. 48 of 84 for 678, 9 touchdowns.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes
our 109.1 quarterback rating, John, on the season. He's also the second leading runner for Nelson County, carrying the ball 76 times for 257 and 8 touchdowns.
Yep.
Out of the 27 touchdowns the Cardinals have scored this year, he is responsible for 17 of those.
Yeah.
Now, those stats are just through 7 of their 9 games. Once they lost to Marion County 2 weeks ago, their coach quit putting stats in. So that's all we can pull. So, but he fares pretty well against the Spencer County defense too, John. Last year in this game over in Bardstown, he was 16 of 26 for 206 yards. So I'm sure he was a big focus of Coach Eldridge's defense this week.
Oh, yeah. Cam Morley, Bo, he is just the quintessential, and I didn't write that word in it. This is where I need night classes because I didn't want to worry about spelling it. But the quintessential dual-threat quarterback that Spencer County is going to face this year. You know, we've seen him make these great throws as well as picking up a lot of yards with his legs behind those big eaters that he has on the offensive line. His senior leadership was huge for the Cardinals in the season they had this year.
Well, and obviously watching him on film, you know, I would be more worried about his running ability.
Yes.
You know, they're primarily a one-back offense, but obviously he is their second running back, and he's good at it.
Yep.
For the Bears, we're going to go with the senior linebacker fullback Brody Phelps. Now, he injured his shoulder in that Fairdale game, John, early in the game and went ahead and finished that game out. And he's not played until last week against Grant County. Despite missing those 3 games, he's still second on the team in tackles with 64, averaging 10.7 tackles a game. In his first game back last week, he had 8 tackles, showed no signs of that injury lingering around, John.
Yep.
And I mean, as good as this Bears defense is, I mean, they're much better with Brody Phelps in it.
You know, Brody Phelps, to me, watching him play, he's the perfect complement to Amari McCarthy on the field at linebacker. These two guys, they both have an intensity that just cannot be replaced. You know, even without Brody on the field, Amari filled those shoes the best he can and, man, played some great football at linebacker. But it makes a big difference when Brody Phelps can be out there. And keep in mind, Bo, we've also seen him run the football at fullback a few times, too, early in the season. Now, Brody, he didn't get any offensive play last week against Grant County, but it is kind of good to know as a Spencer County fan that you've always got that on the sidelines if you need it.
Well, and that's one of the huge elements of football, especially playoff football, is you need depth. You know, you never know. Everybody's always one play away. So, you know, for the next guy to step up and still keep it going is a huge thing.
Yep.
And, you know, heading into the playoffs, you never know.
That you please rise for the playing.
We're going to go down to the field and, for our Spencer County High School band playing the national anthem.
Your color guard tonight is Caden Harton, Cadet Buchel, Cadet Harris, and Cadet Sharp.
For over a century, the People's Bank has been assisting our community with their financial needs. The key to that success has been the close connections we have made with the people in the community we serve. Come in today at our main office located in historic downtown Taylorsville at 23 West Main Street, or at our branch located at 5511 Taylorsville Road in Fisherville, and see how we can serve you. The People's Bank is proud to support the efforts of our local athletic programs. Go Bears!
Hello, I'm Sean Willard, Principal Auctioneer, Broker, and Co-owner of the H. Berry Smith Realtors and Auctioneers. I'm a third-generation auctioneer, been in the business over 20 years, and learned the business as a young young boy under my mentor, Barry Smith, my grandfather, Bill Willard, my father, Paul, and my current business owner and partner, Jimmy Willard, my uncle. I've learned over the 20 years in being in the auction business that most auctions come with a problem or situation that needs to be solved. Let our experience and national exposure be your solution to all your auction needs. Give us a call today.
Home Realty, Brown Realty.
Welcome back to Spencer County
Grace
High School as we get ready to start
Eldridge,
this
Top Soda
Darty's
Farm,
Body Shop
Ball's
Service
Garage.
Center game of the week. John, got a little bit more here on our Teacup pregame show, though. We're going to jump straight to our local State Farm agent, Brian Bashir's keys to the game.
Okay, sure.
And on those keys to the game, first one up you've got here is Hold the Line.
And this one is in honor of our guest and myself, both being linemen and everything. Any coach worth his weight, Bo, he's going to say, and he's right, the game is won and lost at the line of scrimmage. With Nelson County running the spread look that they're going to put out here on the field tonight, the Bears defense will need to control that front to allow our linebackers to have a chance to shut the Cardinal offense down.
Who else is going to do it?
Well, it's talking about that being spread out. Talking about where these different players are going to be, there's going to be a lot of guys from Spencer County put on an island tonight, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You're going to have corners, safeties, linebackers who can lock these guys down when they come off the line of scrimmage, be able to make those stops. We can't have the arm tackling. We have to have good technique, wrap them up, and get them on the ground.
And at least you have your health.
At least you have your health. That's right. And just like last week, Bo, the Bears, they need to get out of this game healthy. I mean, we're hitting a crucial part of the season now to where playoffs are looming a week away. And, it's never a good time to have injuries, don't get me wrong. But, we need to come out of this healthy. That's basically what it boils down to, is the Bears have to be able to get off the field, be able to prepare for Breckenridge County, and hopefully a few more weeks of football after that.
Speaking of Breckenridge County, they won their game last night over Fort Knox, 50-6. So I would not be surprised if Breckenridge County coach or two is in the stands here tonight.
Yeah, or maybe watching with us at home.
Watching with us at home.
Well, thank you. Go Bears.
Other games we're going to try to pay attention to tonight, the big one over in Goshen, Atherton at North Oldham. Then you've got Bowling Green at Franklin County tonight. Boyle County, which is number 2 in 4A, plays number 3 in 6A, Frederick Douglass. But one in particular, John, that I want to get to, and Dr. Foster, kind of close to you, is the old rivalry is tonight. Mel and Manuel. Hey, you used to be a Male guy, so
well, guys, I will tell you, as a principal, that was a long week. But it was special to be a part of. And, but I'm going to be candid. I'll take the backdrop that we're looking at in this community being here any night of the week.
But no, Bo, you mentioned those. And, of course, the one you talked about right off the bat, that's a big one we're going to pay attention to, is that Atherton-North Oldham game. Of course, Jason Frakes from Courier-Journal, he's up there. Hopefully get a lot of tweets on what he's going to have to say about what's happening in that game. The way the sister districts line up for the playoffs, Spencer County, if they're able to get a win next week against Breckenridge County, their likely opponent will be North Oldham, and we'll have to travel to that game. Looking at that schedule, we were talking about it before the game, North Oldham has a good win against that game with South Oldham. With South Oldham, that triple option team, doing what they do. They did take a loss to Oldham County, but I'll be honest with you, I'll call it what it is. Been kind of an easy schedule for them other than those games. And Atherton, being the team that they are this year with the talent that they had, Dr. Foster, you were talking about there's some kids from Cal that actually went to Atherton this year. I mean, you're talking one of the better teams in 5A football. And for them to go and play North Oldham, I feel like it's going to give us a good taste of what the Mustangs really have.
That is a big Week 10 matchup.
Yep.
Big matchup. Guys, right before this kickoff, I'm going to slide this point in. Keys to the game, I can't disagree with any of that. But I tell you, this time of year, there's an awful lot to be said for special teams.
Yes, there is.
And, just no mistakes in the kicking game, no turnovers. So just what we're about to watch is huge.
So with us trying to get through pregame, Bo, I'll be honest, I did not see the toss at who won. We do know Spencer County is going to receive the first half kickoff, and so Nelson County will get the ball to start the second half. Spencer County with Jake Green and Armin Smalley back deep, Bo.
Low line drive kick. Smalley fields it at the 9. Crosses the field. Gets hit and taken down about the 20-yard line. The Bears will take over first and 10 from their own 20.
First down, Spencer County Bears.
Yeah, good run there by Armin, trying to come around, get that corner, broke that initial tackle, but just could not get that last little burst of speed to be able to break around that corner and pick up a few more yards. Still, 19-yard line, decent place to start if you're Spencer County. And now, Bo, we're wondering, with a defense as good as what Nelson County is bringing here tonight, can Spencer County have this long, timed-out, clock management type of drive?
Keon Davis under center. This time it's going to go to Higdon around the right side. Tries to cut back. Gets across the 20. Breaks a tackle. Going to get up to about the 26-yard line. Pick up of 7.
Caleb Higdon on the play.
Bring up second down and 3.
Great effort by Caleb Higdon and also Armin Smalley. We've talked about it a lot, Bo, here lately. These skill position players on the outside making that extra effort to get those extra blocks. It says a lot about their character when they're willing to play that hard on that play, even though they don't have the football.
I'll tell you the other thing, obviously fortunate for the first play of the game, but with option, you want to stay in the favor of the sticks. So 2nd and 4, it's a nice place to be.
Yeah, you got a lot of choices here. You can really open the playbook.
Handoff goes to Crop. Powers his way. Gets enough for the first down across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Pick up of 11.
Yeah, and Bo, we've spent the last few weeks bragging on Noah Crop and what he's been able to do at that fullback position this year. Just grown leaps and bounds throughout the season to the point now where he's turned into an elite fullback and possibly one of the best fullbacks we've seen out there for Spencer County in the last few years. I mean, he runs the ball hard, covers the points, but he still, has that self-awareness to where he can lift his head up, use his vision to get those extra few yards.
This time Smalley lines up to the near side, wide side of the field. Higdon in motion. This time Davis is going to keep it himself. Gets across the 40, drug back. They're going to give him forward progress. We got one at the 42 and one at the 40, John. So what, we're going to pick one in the middle?
I guess.
They did. They put it at the 41.
There you go. Somebody's going to be right somewhere when you end up getting it like that. But still, 2nd down and 6 now after that run. Keon, it's one of those things that Nelson County is going to prepare for Keon Davis and his ability to run. But the fact that you do it and the fact you've had the fullback run, you've had those different things, you're forcing those linebackers to watch that middle of the field.
This time Green in motion. He takes the pitch. Around the right side. Breaks one tackle, gets down the sideline, going to go out of bounds, but will get enough for the first down.
I don't know if he did or not. We're going to see where.
Number 2, Jake Green results in
the far side's going to have him about a yard short.
No, they're going to be 3rd and 1.
That was not a good spot.
I don't think so either.
Do you think he would listen to us if we?
We've tried so many times.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to that guy.
Yeah.
Davis keeps it himself, still powering forward. Does get the first down,
and then some.
Get up to about the 49. Pick up 3.
Well, the far judge showing him at the 50. That's where they're going to spot it. Going to give him 4 yards on that carry up the middle. Great push from this offensive line for the Spencer County Bears.
Result of the play is good for another.
This night being what it is and being senior night, of course, Bo, you and I were going through the roster the other day, and on the offensive side, Spencer County will not lose an offensive lineman to graduation this year. So that is a big, big thing for this offense next year.
Davis keeps it himself, wanted to pitch to Higdon, but wisely held on to it. It's going to be no gain.
Yeah, great read on that initial part of the play. You looked at that fullback. defensive tackle, crashing that gap right there, pulled that out from Noah Kropp. Credit Nelson County. They were able to fill that second hole fast and make it to where he really didn't have that choice to be able to pitch the football.
Yeah, defending the option takes a lot of discipline.
It does.
Typically one guy has the quarterback.
Yep.
Man in motion, takes the snap. Cuts back. He's
Oh,
got some
look at
room.
that.
Higdon breaks loose. Gets across the 30. Gets drugged down from behind by Sokolsky. They're going to mark him at the 28-yard line. Be a 22-yard gain for Caleb Higdon.
I tell you, not being able to get through all of our pregame and talk about Nelson County, one thing I do want to talk about this Cardinal team, this is a Cardinal team, Bo, that actually did not make the playoffs from their district this year. And, you normally think of that and you're like, oh, this is going to be a whooping or everything out here on this field. And really, it's not. This is a great, great Nelson County team that, because of the way the playoffs are set up, just kind of got the short end of the stick this year.
This time, Davis rolls out the pass. Got a man out in the flats. Noah Kropp. He's going to
touchdown Bears!
Keon Davis to Noah Kropp for the 18-yard touchdown.
Noah Kropp!
Very well-designed play. Looking forward to seeing the Country Mart instant replay of that one.
And what a great start, guys.
Oh.
The offense coming out, just operating cleanly, offensive line coming off the ball. That's what you want to see.
Jackson Brown on for the PAT. Low.
He got
They're calling it good. So with 7:48 left to go in the first quarter, Spencer County 7, Nelson County 0.
So let's look at this Country Mart instant replay if we can get that up right now. Oh, no, we might not have it, but I do want to talk about it regardless. We've seen this play ran a couple times by Spencer County. You get Armin Smalley split out wide on the right side, and Nelson County's playing man coverage. It's easy to see any of the motion. You're seeing linebackers shift with the motion. You know they're in man coverage. So Armin Smalley, by running his post, he's taking that corner out of the play. And then the safety's trying to come over and help, which leaves that flat wide open. Noah Kropp getting that fake up the inside. As soon as he busts through, runs that out route, and there's nobody within 10 yards of him in the flat. Great read by Keon Davis, be able to find Noah Kropp there. And then it was just like he knew, like somebody was talking in his ear. As soon as that ball was caught, Armin Smalley went from receiver to blocker because he was picking up his guy downfield to make an open lane to the end zone.
Well, clearly, Nelson County committed to 7 or 8 guys in the box.
Yep.
So the first drive, I think we saw 2 toss pitches, nice runs, the pass for the touchdown. So clearly, they've committed to the option. They're going to try to stop the dive and the quarterback, which opens up a lot of other things.
It really does. I mean, you stack that many people in the box, and it's what's forcing them to play that man coverage in the secondary. And we do have other options. We do have Jake Green, who's caught passes, as well as Ryan Toby, as well as Noah Kropp, as well as Armin Smalley, our wideout. So there's a lot of threat right there. And Keon Davis, just like everybody else, has improved so much throughout this season, and that's one thing he's improved at a lot is his touch on a pass.
Ball's on the ground. Nelson County falls on it. We've got a little extracurriculars on this side.
Return the play by number 13, Higgins Sims.
5-yard return for the Cardinals. 6 yard, first and 10 at the 21.
This will be our first chance to see quarterback Cam Morley out there now for Nelson County. And like we were talking in the pregame, a dual-threat quarterback, definitely dangerous with his legs. But he's one of those guys, just like we saw from Spencer County. You commit too much to that box and trying to stop that rushing attack, he's got the arm to hurt you with these receivers spread out.
Morley from the gun sends a man in motion. Now he's going to take it and run it. First play. May have picked up a yard or two. Met by Ryan Toby, amongst others.
Cam Morley.
I think they're going to give him 2.
3.
Well, we'll call it 3. I think it's 2.
Second down and
Brings
7.
up 2nd and 8 for Nelson County.
We're homers, Bo. It's 2.
Okay.
We've got 2. It's just in the argument. It's done.
You're going to see this a lot tonight, too. For the most part, a lot of no-huddle, shotgun, spread you out. Now, he will throw the football. Right here. Now he's going to tuck it and run and go nowhere. He's going to lose a couple on that one.
Who else is in there but our two linebackers we were talking about at the beginning of the game? Our TCC player to watch, Brody Phelps, and his perfect companion in the middle right there, Amari McCarthy, getting those tackles. No gain. Bring up a 3rd and long.
I'll tell you, Bo, a great equalizer for all those formations and motions is pressure. That was great to see early on.
That'll make a coach a little upset right there.
Yep.
Can't have that. Jumped offside. Spencer County's going to lose 5 yards to that penalty. Or no, they're going to call a false start. I did not see that movement on Nelson County. Going to back them up 5 yards.
I think they wanted to make up for the bad spot when we had the ball. We'll take it. You know, comes out in the wash.
Brings up 3rd and longer for the Bearcats.
Getting a little bit more speed on the field now. We're going to run that 3-man front we've seen from Spencer County every once in a while. Richard Gilbert coming off. And, Bo, we saw this in the scouting report, actually, going to this 30 front, that Spencer County would do this, run some cover 3, run some cover 4 against this offense. And this is probably one of those where Cam Morley's going to have to throw the ball.
Trips to the near side of the field. Morley looks back. Now he's going to run. Hit by Ryan Toby. Jacob Goodluck finishes it up. Another loss for Nelson County. And that's going to bring up 4th and about 18.
Quarterback by number 30, Ryan
I tell you what.
Brings up 4th down for the Bearcats.
Even talking back to last week, if people didn't know who Ryan Toby was, they know now. And now he's continued that into this week. 2 big tackles on that drive right there alone to be able to shut down this Nelson County offense. We'll force him to punt.
Huge opportunity here. Punt return. Returner right about midfield.
Cropping Green back deep. Spiral kick going to be fielded at the 46-yard line by Jake Green. Gets hit as he crosses midfield. They're going to mark him down about the 47-yard line of Nelson County, and that's where the Bears will take over.
Yeah, able to pick up about 6-7 yards on that punt return.
But up 1st down for Spencer County.
You being involved with this game before, if you're somebody on the offensive side of the ball, when you start in plus territory, it's huge.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and even you back up from that, we had a great first drive offensively, got not a 3-and-out, but a great stop defensively, and you got the ball on their side of the field. This is as good as you could ask for Spencer County.
Smalley lined up in the boundary. Kicked it in motion. Davis going to keep it himself. Cuts back the middle field. Now he breaks loose.
He's gone. He's gone.
Nobody's going to get him.
He's gone. Touchdown Bears! Dr. Foster, you got to yell with us when you're up here. You know that, right?
Guys, he's fast.
He is. And I tell you one thing I really appreciated about that, too. When you take somebody who's a little smaller, he was able to hide behind that guard and tackle for just a little bit before he broke around that outside.
I almost think it was a communication mistake there, but he turned it into something pretty good.
On to kick the extra point, number 1, Jackson Brown.
Brown's PAT is good. And with 5:01 left to go in the first quarter, Spencer County 14, Nelson County 0.
Nelson County Cardinals 0.
That's a good way to start. I'll be honest with you, Bo, coming into this game, I'm not going to say I was concerned, but I did know this was going to be a team or had the potential to be a team that was a lot different than the teams we played the last few weeks.
Well, that and, you know, this is their playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs. They've got something to play for here tonight, and nothing for them would be better than to upset the apple cart.
Oh, it would be. And, you know, you play that spoiler. And, you know, we were talking a little bit at the beginning of the game about the RPI, how that matters, everything like that, and how this game could be important to that. And we talk about North Oldham, too. Again, playing Atherton tonight. North Oldham's 2 spots above us in the RPI. You know, I'm not saying that a win here and a loss there is going to change a whole lot, but you never know with the numbers. Something might potentially flip, and come that 3rd round, who knows?
Yep.
I tell you what, though, Dr. Foster, you said it probably as good as about anybody could there at the beginning of that drive, and how could you ask for much better? You had that possession the Bears had. You had that, well, it was 4 and out because of the penalty, but still, you had that shut down the defense and what they were able to do, and then right off the bat, one play plus territory, put another 6 on the board.
I fielded at the 23. Somebody lost a hat. Going to get across the 30 up to about the 33-yard line. 30.
Return on the play for the Cardinals is number 5, Max Moore. Brings up first down for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Amari McCarthy had to pick up his headwear right there.
We're going to mark that ball at the 34.
And Amari's going to have to, of course, come off the field after losing his helmet on that for one play.
What a silly rule.
Yeah, I agree.
Buckle your chin strap, play the next play.
There you go.
I think I've gotten old and grumpy.
Well, I do understand the principle behind the rule, and simply the fact if there's an issue with the equipment, it's an opportunity for the sideline to look at it and fix it. But still, you could take a quick glance and know that that helmet's fine.
Morley keeps it himself.
And nothing.
Nothing.
That was no
Aiden Trammell.
No Crop out there on the field taking the place of McCarthy. And, I mean, honestly, Bo, you put – even though you lose Amari, who's been an absolute stud at linebacker, it's not like you're losing a whole lot with Noah Crop out there on the field either. That's one thing about this Spencer County team this year is we have some depth at some positions where it really matters.
A lot of interchangeable parts.
Yeah, it's going to be real important the next few weeks.
Morley rolls out, looking to throw. Back across his body, it's complete. Enough for the ball comes out. Spencer County Bears got it.
Waiting for the official signal. Bears ball.
Wow, you couldn't ask for a better start. You know, you get 2 touchdowns, a 4 and out, and a turnover, and again the ball on their side of the field.
You're on the plus side of the field, and you're looking at the way a play ended. That's the only positive play that the Cardinals have had on the offensive side of the football so far. And if I'm a Cardinal, that's demoralizing.
Yes.
It's time to hand off to Green. Met in the backfield. Going to plow forward for maybe a yard. Bring up second down 9.
Jay Green on the carry.
Love how hard he runs right there, Bo. And the fact that he was able to drag that tackler, still take on that next guy. I mean, it didn't gain him a whole lot more, but it's that extra effort that you see, even when they don't gain that extra yardage, that you know that they're doing everything they possibly can to pick up those last few inches.
And in motion, takes the pitch. Breaks around the left side. Higdon, stiff arms one, still on his feet. Drug out of bounds about the 25-yard line.
Carry on the play, number 3, Caleb
Mark it at the 26. Be a 22-yard gain for Caleb Higdon.
Yeah, Caleb Higdon running that wing this year, Bo. He has been just a spark of life for this offense when they've needed it the most. We know, and so does every team in 5 states knows who Jay Green is. And they're going to come out here and they're going to do all they can to defend number 2. But because they're trying to defend number 2, they tend to lose track of number 3. And number 3 coming around that outside, big first down run there for Caleb Higdon.
Big game for Caleb, too. You know, his first 2 years, John, he was at Nelson County.
He was.
Time handoff up the middle. Couple yard gain there for Crop.
Carry on the play by number 34.
And you know what that was, Bo? That was a keep them honest play.
Eye candy. That's all
that
was.
That was a keep them honest type of play. And that's what this, and including the option, but that's what the wing tee really does to linebackers. It forces them to have that good eye discipline because you're going to have the misdirections, you're going to have the motion, you're going to have those different things. But in order to sell that stuff, you have to show that you're willing to hit that first guy through the hole, too, with the football.
Higdon in motion. This time Davis keeps it himself. It's across the 20. Goes out of bounds. We do have a flag come in late.
Keeper on the play by number 6, Keon Davis. Penalty flag on the play.
Pretty sure that's a face mask, guys.
It might have been. I see hands sliding down.
2 flags.
That's what it was. We're going to get a personal foul as the initial
early against the Cardinals.
Early indication. It's going to be a half the distance penalty. There it is. Personal foul, face mask on Nelson County. So we split the distance. Bo, don't take your shoes off. They got it.
It's just 10. They had it at the 20. I'm good.
For another.
I wasn't sure.
Too cold to be taking shoes off up here.
Dr. Foster, did you know that he was in the top 25 of his class?
That's right.
How many were in your class?
28.
28.
Okay.
So I give him a hard time about that all the time.
Higdon goes
He's
around
got
to their
some room.
outside.
Touchdown, Bears!
Caleb Higdon with a 10-yard run.
That 10-yard touchdown is good for a $25 donation from Earl Brown and Kentucky Farm Bureau. Stop at the office of Leonard O'Rourke to take care of all your insurance needs.
Dr. Foster knows a good friend of mine. He's actually superintendent at Barville High, my old high school.
Oh, is that right?
Dennis Messer.
Dennis Messer.
Yeah. I was the same age as Dennis's younger brother, Tim. Dennis was a couple years older. That extra point is good by Jackson Brown with a minute 36 left to go in the first. Bears up 3 scores.
See, we won't talk about the reason why I've been there, but I have been to Barville. And on the side of the street in a parking lot, there was pro wrestling going on. I mean, this is, yeah. Most
right across the street from the funeral home.
Yeah, that's where it was, yep.
It is amazing that I started with 1 or 2 people that I knew from Barberville, and everywhere I go, I seem to meet somebody from there. And they all pronounce it the same.
Barville. You got to get one syllable, try to roll that off your tongue.
Muddle it together.
Exactly. That they use that for profiling. That way they know who's really from there and who ain't. So Spencer County now 3 times with the football tonight in the first quarter. Minute 36 left to go. 3 touchdowns. And the Bears are rolling early in this one, Bo.
Be honest, John, didn't see this.
No, I didn't either. You know,
still a lot of football to play.
There is. You know, we talked about Nelson County not making the playoffs. I mean, come from a tough district. You know, Spencer County fans would recognize Marion County. Marion County used to be involved with Spencer County in our district, and honestly, at the time, was kind of one of those lower teams usually. But they've really turned it around down there, as well as having Taylor County. I know now that we're on the air talking about it, Bo, I'm going to forget all of them. But they
E-Town, John Harden, Taylor
E-Town,
County, Marion County, and Nelson County.
And Nelson County, thank you. And so, very tough district right there. And that's where one of the flaws, I think, of the sister district thing comes in, is you end up with a team like Nelson County. And when you look at, I'll talk about our district, I'll talk about our sister district. There's a few teams in both of those districts, Bo, that I think Nelson County would take out behind the woodshed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, I mean, these are teams, too, that made the playoffs. I'm not saying that some of our solutions that we've talked about on the air are the perfect solutions, but there has to be a better way. You have to be able to reward the teams that deserve to be there.
Morley from the gun sends a man out in motion. Fakes the screen, goes back, bubble screen, complete. Man breaks 1 tackle, is going to get up to about midfield. Pass completed to Jacob Reynolds.
That pass is complete to number 21, Jacob Reynolds.
That's going to be the first down for Nelson County tonight.
Number 30, Ryan Toby.
Ball going to be spawned at midfield, and that's what we expected to see from the Cardinal offense so far. The spread out type of stuff. They're going to be trying to use a lot of different weapons, and I really think this is good for the Bears tonight. We faced a lot of teams recently that was kind of a one-trick pony, you know, where you're really focused on one guy. And now to make our defense pay attention to so many other points.
Morley across the middle, incomplete. There's the flag.
I was waiting on it.
I think we got our money's worth on that one.
Yeah.
You know, guys, this is an interesting drive. It started with, kickoff went out of bounds. They got the ball at the 35, a positive play, now a penalty.
Yep.
Put our defense backs against the wall a little bit, which, being up 21 points feels okay. But, that's kind of how the game is played here at the end of the season.
Yeah, and I know Isaiah Smith was kind of questioning that call. Even from where we're at up on top of the press box, honestly looked like a good call. May have been the right play to actually make. Not a whole lot of black jerseys on beyond that. If that catch would have been made, that could have been 6.
Again, Morley looking to pass, being chased by Phelps. Breaks the pocket, still on his feet. He's going to get enough for the first down.
Yeah, that's just as slippery as he can be. And Dr. Foster, you were talking about that where you saw some of the film of what Cam Morley's able to do with his legs, and that is the danger. You talk about the motion and the different things that can happen that way and how pressure can help slow that down, but controlled pressure slows it down. Chaos pressure tends to open running lanes.
Absolutely. And the other thing, typically when you defend a spread offense, you really don't account for the quarterback being a runner.
No, you can't.
And so it's a little bit of an anomaly.
Yeah, you can't. You just don't have the personnel to really take care of that the way you would typically do against a running quarterback.
Early score from Goshen. Atherton leads North Oldham 14-7 toward the end of the first quarter. Morley again. Across the middle, wide open.
Yeah, and that right there, Morley just, Bo, that was, they found that soft spot. Spencer County cover 3 on their defense right there, and as soon as that receiver was able to find that little soft spot in between the 2 defensive backs right in front of him, he camped out right there. Easy pass for Cam Morley to make.
That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Your score, Spencer County 21, Nelson County driving. We'll be right back. You're watching Bears football on GHP-SPORTS.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School. Start of the second quarter, Bears lead 21-0. Nelson County threatening to score here, though, inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for the Cardinals. Moore goes in motion. Morley from the gun. Quickly out in the flat to Sokolsky, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is more what we kind of expected to see from this Nelson County team. Of course, Spencer County coming out early, punching them in the mouth, probably harder than they've been punched about all season in the first quarter for Spencer County to hang 21 on them. But this is what we are used to seeing from film. This team that they have that rushing threat at quarterback, they have the running back, they have the receivers, and it's not the easiest team in the world to defend.
Blake Fowles on for the extra point. And it is good. There's 11:54 left to go in the first half. Bears 21, Cardinals 7.
Yeah, I consider this a crucial spot in the game for Spencer County.
Yeah.
If I'm a coach, if I'm a player, now you've got a team that, yes, you put 21 on in the first quarter, and they just scored at the beginning of the second quarter. Worst thing you can have happen right now is give that opponent momentum. Give them a chance to get things going their way. Spencer County, 3 possessions, 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. Nelson County, their coaches are looking at this right now. Okay, let's get a stop. And if they can get a stop and start gaining that momentum right here, this is a very, very important drive for both teams right here, right now.
Absolutely agree. I'll tell you, again, special teams, like every yard here matters, making sure, this is also a chance where a team not making the playoffs just got a touchdown battling. You got to be careful for an onside kick.
Exactly.
You got to be ready.
Well, it looks like we have at least some decent hand guys out front right there right now. But, you talked early in the game about how the important special teams is and what could happen in a situation like this. But even that last kickoff by the Bears going out of bounds, that every yard matters.
Ryan Tobey returns the ball to about the 49-yard line.
By number 30, Ryan Tobey.
But, yeah, the legal kick out of bounds, giving them that free field position. I mean, it's things like that can come back to haunt you. Then you have the penalty. Then you have the things just start that domino effect that gave Nelson County an opportunity to get into this football game.
And you can see it on film. It obviously shows up better in person. But I'll tell you, Morley, he's a competitor. Yeah. And he's not going to lay down. He's going to keep playing, running the ball, throwing the ball. And chance here for the offense to respond.
Davis slips. Now he's going to take off and run. Breaks back to the middle. Got it up for a first down. He's got some room. Gets to the outside, drug down about the 29-yard line. And that's what you call making something out of nothing, John. He was dead to rights for a long time.
That's what earlier in the season, we called it making chicken salad. So that's what that was right there. As Keon Davis just slipping in that backfield. And we talked about this before we went on the air. We wondered about the drainage of this field and how dry the field might be. All the rain that we had the last few days. Had maybe, little over 24 hours of no rain. I know there's good drainage in this field, but with this Bermuda grass already wanting to die in the cold weather, you wonder how well those roots are holding on, what type of a grip these guys actually have on the field.
A little different formation here for the Bears. Hand off to Crop up the middle. Breaks a couple tackles. Going to get up close to the 20. They'll mark him at the 21.
Yeah, looked like
pick up about 8.
Looked like the ball might have popped out right at the end of that tackle, but Noah Crop able to fall on it. Maintain possession of that.
Number 34, Noah Crop.
What a good, tough run.
Yeah.
Up 2nd and 2.
I love watching him run the football. I'm telling you.
And again, staying ahead of the chains. I mean, it opens up the playbook so much to 2nd and 2 instead of, 2nd and 8, 9 or whatever. Green in motion. Back to that same pass. Goes out to Crop. Crop makes a man miss. Gets down inside the 5.
Guys, I'll tell you one of the things, Davis has done so well. The little mechanical things, the way he hid that ball before he rolls out, that's impossible for the defense to know what he's doing. What a great execution of that play.
Oh, it is. Well, and you even watch, you're talking his mechanics, even when he does his inside handoffs, counters, anything like that, you'll see him complete it. To where he continues to roll out or he continues to do other things because you've got safeties, you've got linebackers that can't see that handoff on the inside, but they see that quarterback.
Handoff to Crop. He's going to get pushed back. We're going to give him forward momentum to the line of scrimmage. Be 2nd down and goal.
But that's one of those things, talking about those mechanics with him. We were talking Noah Crop earlier and just how well he's developed as a fullback and the way he runs the football. Seeing those little things, I mean, hats off to the coaching staff.
Absolutely.
They've done a great job to make sure they do the little things right, and those are important. Last week, one of the keys to the game that we talked about was to be a great athlete last. The first things that you need to take care of is making sure you do everything right and then throw that athletic ability on top of it, and the Bears are doing just that.
Handoff, Green forces his way in.
Touchdown, Bears! Hey, he yelled with us.
40-yard touchdown by number 2, Jay.
I will tell you an interesting observation. If you watch both line judges, they never agree.
40-yard touchdown is good. $25
We've seen that before, too, in other games where you're like, well, where exactly are they going to put that ball? Yeah, whether they flip a coin of one of them's right this time and one's right the next, I'm not sure, but I'm liking the call we just got on that play.
It was a good one.
The extra point is good.
The extra point is good.
By Jackson Brown, 10:02 left to go in the first half. Bears 28, Cardinals 7. How big was that? I mean, you come out and you smack them in the mouth like John said. You put up 21 points in that first quarter. They come back a big drive, and you say, no. That's not the way this game is going to go.
Well, it's huge. And so really part two of that answer is going to be what we do right here defensively. And, because I think Nelson County found a little confidence.
Yeah.
And, that quarterback, he's a senior leader. He's a competitor. But you couldn't have asked for anything better from the offense right there. The thing that I would say, it's a little colder than it's been. You've had rain. That's messed up practice some this week, is the fact that the offense has just operated so cleanly.
Yes.
No turnovers yet, knock on wood. And offensive line is coming off the ball, just operating cleanly.
Well, other than the pass interference call on Isaiah Thomas, that's the only – and the kick out of bounds. Those are the only 2 flags that's even been thrown on the Bears. No offensive penalties committed by the Bears, so no false starts, no holding calls, no illegal motion calls. And doing those things cleanly and staying ahead of the chains, that's what the game's about.
On the kick for the Bears, number 1, Jackson Brown.
Guys, who knows what it'll mean tonight, next week, Breckenridge County, who knows. But you get to a team like North Oldham,
yep.
Some of those games, the outcome is as simple as 3 to 5 plays.
Yep.
Sims and Good back deep for the Cardinals. Sims will field that about the 15-yard line. Tries to go around the right side. Breaks one tackle, still on his feet. Moving, gets across the 40. Going to go out of bounds about the 43, 44-yard line. Good return by Aiken Sims.
And for as much as we were talking about doing things well on special teams, this has kind of been the Achilles heel of the Bears this year. We saw it really come to light against KCD earlier in the season, where they were able to run one back for a touchdown and, of course, started a lot of their possessions on the plus side of the field simply because of those kickoff returns. Bears have tried some different things, tried some squid kicks, tried kicking towards the sidelines to see if they can, be able to get the football back themselves, but definitely something that's going to have to be cleaned up in the next few weeks.
Absolutely.
1st and 10 from the 40. Morley. Lots of time. Goes across the middle. Pass is complete to Isaiah Montgomery. It's going to get up to about the 48-yard line. A couple yards short.
Well, and, good gain there by Nelson County and what they did. But, Bo, what I took away from that play, and I don't mean to continue to want to brag on this kid, Ryan Tobey, defensive end on this side, understanding what Cam Morley can do with his legs, actually had an angle to be able to cut back towards the inside, and he stayed home. You saw him see that, stop, and wait. And, yes, the play didn't come towards him, but it's those disciplined plays like that that'll keep Cam Morley in check.
This time, Morley rolls out to the left. Still looking. Hit by McCarthy and taken down.
Guys, McCarthy just ran through the man.
He trucked the guy.
That was fantastic right there.
So, Dr. Foster, it was a few years ago, they had scrimmage going on down at Campbellsville, and Bo and I was able to go down, and Amari was actually a freshman.
Okay.
And he was running some fullback for him at the time. And we saw 21 out on the field, and we went to the coaching staff right then, and we said, who is that? Even as a freshman, and he's been impressing us ever since.
Wow. That was a play right there.
Quick pass across the middle on the slant. It's going to be incomplete.
Great job.
Armin Smalley got a hand in there to knock that away.
That timing was perfect. That timing was perfect. He met the defender, and the ball met the defender, knocked it loose. Going to force a 4th down.
So, Bo, that kind of answers our question. You
right.
know, great offensive response. Defense comes back and gets their feet back under them, and hopefully we get a clean punt return here.
8:14 left to go in the second quarter. Chilly night here on Thanksgiving. Sorry, Halloween. You tell what type of guy I am. I like to eat. On Halloween night in Taylorsville.
Short punt. It's going to hit about the 40, take a Spencer County roll back to about the 43-yard line.
It's going to net maybe about 13 yards on that punt.
Great field position for the Bears.
It'll be first down, Spencer County.
You always worry about those punts right there because, even, the punting team, typically you're worried about, okay, you don't want to, kick it through the end zone or in the end zone or something. You want to try to bury him deep. But when it went off the side of his foot like a duck, a lame duck, then you take what was good field position from the Cardinals and where they were on the field and basically just handed that field position off to Spencer County to start this drive.
Pitch on the option goes to Higdon, and he's got nowhere to go. Cardinals sniffed that out quick.
Well played by the Cardinals right there. Mainly 21. I don't think, I do have Jacob Reynolds sitting there at that outside linebacker spot, and he read that play well. He was able to leave that defensive end to worry about the quarterback, went out there after that pitch, man, and that's how you do it.
Well, and they played all three elements of the option well. They had the dive covered, the quarterback, and the pitch, so –
you're seeing a lot of lights and sirens. I know it's a funny night out there tonight, and I hope everything's good in Spencer County.
This time pitch goes to Green. It's going to pick up a couple.
It's going to be our first third and long.
Yeah.
It's going to be 3rd and 11 or 12 here, it looks like.
Yeah, I think before that maybe once or twice we've been somewhere around the 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 mark. Bears definitely behind the chains now. And, of course, we all know this from watching Spencer County for so many years. Wing T offense is not the type of offense you want to work behind the chains with.
And nor is the option.
Yep.
I'd not be surprised to see go for Smalley here on the post.
There's
get a jump.
5 yards. Take that.
That's the stuff that makes you pull your hair out as a coach.
Yeah, you got a team that is handing it to you right now, 28-7, and you get them in 3rd and long, and you give them a free 5 yards.
And now arguably 3rd and manageable.
Yeah. I'll give it to you arguably. It's still a little long, but arguably. I'll give you that. That was a good choice of words with that.
Get a timeout, Spencer County.
It's going to be the first timeout used by either coach. Going to leave Spencer County with 2. Nelson County still has all 3. 6:21 left to go in the second quarter. And Dr. Foster, I'm proud to say this isn't your first time with us, actually. There was a couple years ago, Bo and I was doing game day. You had just started at Spencer County as the superintendent, got a chance to kind of introduce yourself to the community. What good things have you seen happen and change in these last couple years?
So much. First of all, I'm going to go back to that, and that was 3 years ago.
It was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And you all had me do some picks, and everybody you made me pick was a school that I had been at or coached at.
That was planned.
So you forced me to pick with my heart and not my head, and I don't think I picked a single game correctly, unfortunately. But, I'll tell you, it's been a great opening to the year. We're now about 11 weeks in. Growing, learning. We get to release test scores here in a couple weeks. Spencer County has a lot to celebrate. That's all I can say at this point. But
yeah,
we'll watch this play.
We'll get back to that
later
on.
Nelson County bringing the house. Davis keeps it himself, and he's going to – I believe he's got it.
He's close.
It's going to depend on the spot. This guy on this side.
He took that last little slide step.
Number 60 on Davis.
They're giving it to him.
Are they? No, they're going to call fourth.
No, he was
short. Fourth and short, where they've got the yard marker at.
I wouldn't.
But you're on.
Spencer County's definitely going to go bear crawl here, John.
Now they're calling a first down.
Now they are calling a first down. That's it.
These guys don't agree on anything. It's pretty clear.
That'll be good for another.
I thought I saw the wide hat pointing that way.
Yeah, but then when everything's set with the chains, I didn't know. I'll take it though.
1st and 10 for the Bears. Nelson County 47-yard line. Green in motion. Davis rolls out to the right. Look at the pass. Keeps it himself. Fumble. Ball's on the ground, and that's going to be a scoop and score. Deacon Minner into the end zone for the Nelson County touchdown.
And that there was just a lapse of judgment from Keon Davis. It's not a typical mistake that we're going to see from the young quarterback. Rolls out. It was covered. Running that same play we've already seen run a couple times where Noah Kropp was hitting the flat. You had the post out there run by Armin Smalley. And as he come out, it was covered. Nelson County's picked that up. They've been able to pick up Noah Kropp in the flats. And the pass fake was really what it was. We're sitting here looking at our table right now. We've got all this dew settling. Stuff's getting wet. Lost his grip on that football, and that's all it takes right there. And just that easy for Nelson County to put 6 on the board.
The extra point is good. And with 5:19 left to go in the first half. Spencer County 28, Nelson County 14.
And once again, we're at one of those drives. Spencer County needs to be able to come out here and kind of, again, make another statement with this drive. The Bears started the game with the football. Nelson County is going to receive the second half kickoff. So really important that Spencer County is able to put points of some kind on the board before that clock runs out at the end of the second quarter.
We got the hot hands, the hot feet. Davey over here got soles in her shoes, hot feet.
I did not make the mistake this week. And everybody, I will admit last week I was laughing at Bo as he come up here looking like the Michelin Man and all his coats and everything he was wearing. And I apologized on the air, and I'll let everybody know now. I apologized to him last week because it got so daggone cold. I ain't cold tonight. I'm telling you.
I pulled the cold weather gear out tonight. I'm good. My granny used to call them her long handles.
Yeah, I tell you, my biggest thing from last week was gloves, and I've got them. My hands got cold last week, and that just killed me.
Low line drive kick. Let that go in the end zone.
Yep.
Bears will get the ball at their own 20.
You know, that's a rule you have to wonder with the change in
Kick goes
college.
into the end zone for a touchback.
I know pros bring it out to 35 now.
Yep.
I wonder if that'll ever change.
Yeah, even if it's the 25 like it is in the NCAA, to be able to bring the ball out that 5 more yards. And it just, as the game advanced, in especially college, NFL's got that weird kick thing. But as the game advanced in the NCAA, you're getting more and more kickers that can just put it through the end zone every time. And so they're trying to give a competitive edge to the offense, giving them that 5 more yards.
Handoff to Higdon, and Keon Davis got clocked.
Guys,
after he handed the ball off.
That should be a personal foul.
It should be. There should be an unnecessary roughness call right there. And that white hat, that's his job. His job is back there to protect that quarterback. And we did not see a yellow rag laying on the field.
Big drive here, gentlemen. Big drive.
2nd and 3. This time, up the middle. Kropp keeps breaking tackles, legs churning across the 35.
Larry Zonka right there. If he'd have put a hand down, that's all he needed. Keep that ball going. That was nice. I appreciate having somebody else up here that gets that reference too there, Dr. Foster.
Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, that's right. I can go a little bit younger generation talk, maybe Mike Allstott, somebody like that. But, you get some of these hard runners, and Noah Kropp, he is just that for the Bears.
Green in motion, takes this pitch. May have got one on that. Bring up 2nd down and 9.
Not a lot of room right there running that pitch to the boundary the way the Bears just did. Green getting that initial stiff arm to be able to pick up what he did, but that 1 yard gain.
2nd down for Spencer County.
2:24 left to go in the second quarter. Spencer County still 2 timeouts left to go too, so plenty of time here. But this play right here, 2nd long, makes it a little rough. Got to see a good result on this one.
Green in motion. Hand off to Kropp. He gets nowhere.
That's when linebacker walks up. Davis snap the ball. That's when he gets a little older. He'll make that young man stop a second. That's one of those things you have to live and learn a little bit.
Yeah, that's something that he's going to end up having to learn to see. And you recognize that pressure coming up the middle. But bright future, though, for Keon Davis, sophomore. Jake Green, only a sophomore on this team.
Third and 10. This time it goes to Higdon around the left side. He's going to pick up about 3 and bring up 4th down and 7.
Yeah, Spencer County's going to have to punt the ball here. Honestly surprised Nelson County's not at least going to call a timeout on this one, try to save a little clock. Look for Coach Marksberry to get an official over here and wait till a second left or 2 seconds left on the play clock and call a timeout. At least that's what I would do. Try to burn as much of that clock as I could.
To the Bears, number 17, Armin Smalley. Back deep to receive for the Cardinals, number 13, Higgins Sims.
I don't think we're going to see a timeout.
Kick off the side of the foot. It's going to go out of bounds about the 42-yard line.
You can tell from the sound of that kick that football is hard. Not going to feel good.
First down, Nelson County.
Nelson County, 2:47 left in the second quarter. Looking to try to find a way to get this within 1 score before half, and then of course, as we talked about, they're going to receive the kick to start the second half, a chance to double dip.
Yeah, and this is when, guys, you hope we don't go with a prevent mindset. Obviously, we've had luck with pressure.
Yep.
Making quarterback move around and be uncomfortable.
Double twins here for the Cardinals. Quickly across. Intercepted! A face mask should be thrown there. It wasn't. Higdon waiting on blockers. Gets across midfield. And now the flag comes out for a late hit.
Yep.
But they missed the face mask.
Number 3, Caleb Higdon.
There's going to be 15 yards tacked on either which way you look at it here. And just when you think stuff might be kind of getting a little bit questionable right there, Spencer County defense able to do what they do best and come away with that football. Waiting for the official word from the White Hat here. Personal foul. Late hit out of bounds going to be called against Nelson County.
On Nelson County.
15 yards
Spencer County Bears.
Tacked on to the end of that play. Going to put the Bears in at the 32-yard line.
Great opportunity here.
It is.
2.5 minutes. Still 2 timeouts, Bo?
Yeah.
Still 2 timeouts.
You still have plenty of time to take your time, actually, with this type of field position.
And off to Kropp. Lowers his head. He's going to get up to about the 26-yard line.
Noah Kropp.
Gain of 6.
I think we're going to see a Nelson County timeout. Maybe not.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
I heard that extra whistle coming from the far side. I thought maybe they were going to call timeout.
Plenty of time, but probably not enough time to go super slow.
No, the good thing about it is we are on the fringe of Jackson Brown range here for the field goal, and so we do have a
whistle.
I don't know.
Don't know what that was for.
That's where it's difficult up here doing this job. Yeah, we don't always know what we're seeing.
Hand off again to Crop.
Oh, keep them legs going. They're going to give him about 2 or 3 yards forward progress. Going to leave a 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down for Spencer County.
3rd and 3.
Kind of forget about the time, forget about everything. You need a first down.
Yep, that's right.
Here. Yeah,
that's right.
Crop again. Covering the points is going to get up to about the 30. 20, and that's enough for a first down.
Number 34,
that's what we needed to see right there.
That'll be good for another.
And this is something Coach Marksberry does so well, is this clock management. Now, I would have earlier on that one, I would have went down as long as I could, called the timeout, punt the ball. Of course, it's worked out to our advantage now. But generally speaking, I mean, he is going to pay attention to that clock. He's going to take care of it, still with those 2 timeouts in his back pocket.
Davis rolls out to the left. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Got the first down. Gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Wow.
You know, guys, if you're Nelson County and you have to defend that you know, he is fast, which we've established.
Yeah.
And, you know, you put a defensive player in limbo. Keon has done a great job with that sprint out pass. That's a nice wrinkle.
Well, and you're talking about, you've got a defender that has to stay home.
Yes.
Because the whole basis of everything that Nelson County is trying to do on the defensive side of the ball is stop that triple option.
Yes.
So he's not looking at Keon going around the outside. There's a guy out there waiting for that pitch man, sits there, and the next thing you know, you get speed like that going by you, and there ain't nobody going to catch him.
1st and goal for the Bears from the 9. Davis pulls it.
Blown up.
Yeah, he had it in Crop's gut, pulled it back, and just.
Number 6, Keon Davis.
Going to get a timeout, Spencer County.
Timeout, Spencer County.
That leaves the Bears with 37 seconds left.
But yeah, that's one right there. If I'm a coach on the sideline, I'm looking at my offensive lineman and asking what happened. Because you're talking about 4 or 5 Nelson County defenders able to penetrate that line and be back there at that mesh point, and they shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
But still, great spot for the Bears. Good chance, good opportunity here to walk away with points before they go into the locker room. You know, Nelson County they've got a pulse still.
Yeah.
They've still got a pulse in this game. But like we talked about, this would be huge for the Bears to get points before they went into the locker room.
So time is now a much more of a realistic factor. 1 timeout left. Is that right, Bo?
1 timeout left.
1st and goal on the 10.5-ish, 11-yard line. So you got to be conscious of that.
Yep.
So you obviously could take a shot at the end zone here, get something to the sideline, guarantee you at least get 2 plays.
Yeah, because you want to be able to have 2 opportunities at this and still have your timeout. You want to get that 3rd down opportunity without wasting that timeout to kick a field goal.
He's got a man. He had Noah Crop wide open in the end zone.
Down for the Bears.
Did not see him. That will stop the clock with 33 seconds left.
Now, this being a goal-to-go situation, that changes things too. You know, the fact that you don't have that opportunity to pick up a first down, stop the clock, get the offense reset. You know, if whatever you do here, if that play stops anywhere in the field of play, that clock's still running. And so you don't even have that to your advantage. Spencer County's going to have to keep that in mind. Now, they do have that one timeout, but also you kind of like to see them burn a little bit of time on this play too.
And in motion, takes the pitch. And he's going to go down, and Marksbury will have to call his last timeout right here.
He's going to wait.
Yeah.
I would.
Ball carrier on the play was number 2, Jake Green.
I'm going to wait until that clock gets down to about 3 seconds. I'm going to call that timeout, and I'm going to send Jackson.
Yep.
Coach Marksbury has the official by his side. And that's what he does.
2.2 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Spencer County.
We're going to see Jackson Brown come out with an opportunity now.
It's going to be about a 30-yard field goal, John.
Yeah. 30-yard field goal, and you're talking about from the right hash.
From the right hash, yeah.
Right hash.
So that pull across that he has to get with that contact of that football, that can be a little rough sometimes. You get a little bit of a hard angle that way. It's going to spot the ball. They're going to spot it at
19,
so 29-yarder. Just shy of that 30-yard mark, Bo. And we've still got coaches on the field for Nelson County.
On the kick for Spencer County, number 1.
Aiden Trammell, the long snapper. Caleb Higdon, the holder. It's down. The kick is up, and it is no good.
Going to be wide left.
Wide left.
Your score at the half.
Go to the half. Spencer County 28, Nelson County 14.
Yeah, we're going to get a few things together here. Of course, we do have Blaine down there on the sideline for us, waiting for Coach Marksbury to get a word in with him going into the half. And but I tell you what, it's one of those. Seen a lot of good things, seen a lot of bad things. Really interested in what Coach Marksbury is going to have to say about that first half, because that first quarter, you went about as well as it could have. And this second quarter, it's been a little bit different. And so hopefully see them be able to get things together in the locker room. And let's go down to Blaine as Coach Marksbury is making his way there on the sidelines. Blaine, you got Coach?
Hey, Coach. Pretty controlling, first half, but a couple of self-inflicted wounds. What do you see? What do you want to see in the second half?
Well, we have to protect the ball. You just can't. You just turn the ball over, and they've changed some blocking. We're switching to started an odd front, which kind of caught us off guard because we've seen a lot of even front on film. So that kind of got us a little bit.
And then we just got to your Spencer County Bears
come out here and get another stop. We got to fix some things. There's some things that I think we can run and have some success with, but we're trying over here just to get through the first half, and that way we can go in here and get it in a controlled environment and fix some things, and maybe run a little bit more to the strong side. But we'll get in there and get that stuff fixed. And look, they had a lot of energy and a lot of juice, and they played hard. But look, this team's been in every game. They've come back in games, so we're going to have to battle the rest of the way.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach, and thank you, Blaine. And we're going to take us a little break also. Your score at the half, Spencer County 28, Nelson County 14. You're watching Bears football on GHP Sports.
Hi, I'm Kelly Hubbick.
And I'm Angie Robin.
And I'm Derek Jewell, and we're local agents with Brown Realty based right here in Spencer County.
Spencer County isn't just where we work. It's where we live, raise our families, and invest in our future.
Our kids go to school here. We shop local, support our small businesses, and are proud to be active members of this community.
We know this town, every back road, every neighborhood, and every familiar face. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with real estate guidance they can trust.
Whether you're buying, selling, or just need honest advice, we're here to help, today and for years to come.
We're your local team.
Rooted in Spencer County.
And ready to work for you.
Country Mart in Taylorsville has the finest selection of freshly butchered meats, produce, and all of the other ingredients to make your mealtime a victory. If you're running short on time or just don't feel like cooking, Country Mart is the only place in Taylorsville to get delicious Champs chicken. Dine in or take it to go. Your family will love it. Make sure to use your Country Mart card to save on food and earn points at the pump. Country Mart, your local grocery, proudly serving Taylorsville and all of Spencer County for over 50 years.
Who is Thoroughbred Asset Management?
We are local financial professionals for local people. We are your hometown coaches.
You'll see us at your school ball games, your church functions, our local chamber events.
Investing in Thoroughbred Asset Management means investing in you. We are community members with the goal of helping others. We know you work hard for your money. Let Thoroughbred Asset Management help plan a retirement strategy that works for you. We have access to all types of investment options and will form a plan that fits your individual needs. We have the tools and strategies we need to help make your goals become a reality.
SCHS loves our teachers, and they love us. As future educators, we wanted to show them off through this TikTok video as they answer the question, what is your why? The teaching and learning pathway consists of 4 dual credit courses through Campbellsville University beginning students' junior year. These courses are Intro to Teaching, Human Development and Learning, Teaching with Technology, and Diverse Learners. Through these classes, students have an opportunity to teach in other schools in Spencer County, developing their leadership, communication, and problem-solving skills. Students get to learn about and use state-of-the-art technology that are used in education, such as a Promethean, video technology, educational gaming systems, iPads, and MacBooks. We have also had a variety of guest speakers, including Ms. Waller, Mr. Todd Russell, Dr. Foster, Ed Sedlock, people from OVEC, and also from KDE to share their own teaching experiences and the importance of the impact that they have on their students. We have taken many field trips to OVEC in Louisville, the Spencer County Extension Office in Campbellsville University to widen our perspectives on teaching and to deepen our understanding of how to apply the skills we've learned in class in real life. Educators Rising is the CTSO associated with the teaching and learning pathway. We currently have over 20 members, which has grown significantly from our just 5 members 3 years ago. In Educators Rising, students have the opportunity to compete and go to session at NKU in November for the projects we've been working on for the past few months. In March, students will then compete in Louisville at the state competition. If they are successful there, we will have the opportunity to go to Portland, Oregon this summer to compete at nationals. Last year, nearly 10 students qualified for nationals, one even placing 3rd in their section. Educators Rising loves Spencer County and wants to give back. Among many other community service projects, we host the annual Trick or Treat event and can't wait to see the huge turnout this year. Overall, one of the main priorities of this pathway is to create teacher leaders. Students have so many opportunities to develop and grow their leadership skills. They present in class, coach each other on their projects and teaching opportunities, recruit members, and provide professional development for teachers. We hope to see you in our pathway next year.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Country Mart in Taylorsville has the finest selection of freshly butchered meats, produce, and all of the other ingredients to make your mealtime a victory. If you're running short on time or just don't feel like cooking, Country Mart is the only place in Taylorsville to get delicious Champs chicken. Dine in or take it to go. Your family will love it. Make sure to use your Country Mart card to save on food and earn points at the pump. Country Mart, your local grocery, proudly serving Taylorsville and all of Spencer County for over 50 years.
Hello, I'm Sean Willard, Principal Auctioneer, Broker, and Co-owner of the H. Berry Smith Realtors and Auctioneers. I'm a third-generation auctioneer, been in the business over 20 years, and learned the business as a young boy under my mentor, Barry Smith, my grandfather, Bill Willard, my father, Paul, and my current business owner and partner, Jimmy Willard, my uncle. I've learned over the 20 years in being in the auction business that most auctions come with a problem or situation that needs to be solved. Let our experience and national exposure be your solution to all your auction needs. Give us a call today.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School. Halftime of our Darty's Body Shop Service Center game of the week. Spencer County leads Nelson County 28-14. And, John, we get to go over a few stats here and talk a little bit about the first half. Spencer County, again, starting out that first half, dominating, scored on their first 4 possessions, and kind of continuing that trend of what they had been doing over the last 3 or 4 weeks. But all right, let's look over a few stats here. First for Spencer County, first downs, they had 17 in the first half, 32 rushes for 236 yards. Keon Davis was 2 of 3 through the air for 36 yards. Total of 35 plays, 272 yards of offense for the Bears. 4 of 6 on third down. Did have that 1 turnover. For Nelson County, 8 first downs, 3 rushes for 3 yards. And Cam Morley, 4 of 8 for 49 yards. Total of 14 plays for 56 yards for the Cardinals, averaging 4 yards a play, 1 of 3 on third down, and also the 1 turnover for them. And then individually, make sure I'm going the right way here. Keon Davis, 2 of 3 for 36 yards. 2 of those both of those completions went to Noah Kropp.
Yep.
Keon ran the ball 10 times for 109 yards in that first half.
Wow.
7 for Caleb Higdon for 74 yards. Noah Kropp, 9 for 38. Jake Green, 6 for 15. And for Nelson County, Morley, 4 of 8. One of those went to Brant Kelly for 17 yards. Max Moore, 1 for 9. Sokolsky, 1 for 8 in the touchdown. And Cox, 3 rushes for 11 yards as far as individual stuff for the Cardinals.
Yeah, so overall, really good half for the Bears overall. Obviously, Coach Marksberry talking going into halftime. There are some things that Nelson County decided to do that we're going to have to make some adjustments with, mainly that odd man front that they're putting out there on the defensive side of the ball. A little bit different blocking scheme that you're going to have to be able to pick up everybody. And, of course, that's why, Dr. Foster, we're seeing a lot of these different guys on the outside, whether it's that outside linebacker or that defensive end, make some plays in the backfield.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, clearly, when you get it deep into the football season, much of it is your ability to adjust during the game and adjust at halftime. And good football teams and good football programs are not going to sit back and just let what was going on in that first quarter happen. So I know Coach is in, adjusting. They went to the odd front look and kind of took away some of the stuff on the outside later in the second half. But, really, when you go back to the keys of the game, I think that first one, the hold the line part, really both the offensive and defensive line had a great first half.
Yeah, they did.
We were able to block well and get pressure on the quarterback. Obviously Nelson County had a few positive plays there, and I think it'll be good for Spencer County to come out and have to play a full 4-quarter game will be good for us going into playoffs.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's something that we know Nelson County, having the multiple threats they have on offense, having the speed that they have on defense, and having played the schedule that they played. Again, not making the playoffs, this is still a great football team. And having those different teams that they've had to play against and defend against, I mean, this is not a team that's not prepared to play Spencer County. We had a few good things go our way early in the game when it comes to turnovers, come to field position, broke some plays open, and gave us this lead. And now you're at a point where Spencer County, it almost feels like they need to come out of the locker room in the second half and earn this lead. It's like, you've gotten this gap. You're 14 points ahead, but it seems like probably 14 of those points were darn near handed to you as soon as the whistle started the game. So Spencer County, a lot to do with those adjustments, and again, be good for them. But we got the chance we were talking there a little bit earlier, Dr. Foster, about some of the things going on in the district. Like what types of things do you see special in our future in the next year?
Well, the first thing, John, that you can't not see is we've got renovation and construction going on everywhere. So one of the things when I got here, obviously we're a high-growth district, and when you look at the state of Kentucky, we're an anomaly right now. Much of Kentucky is shrinking, and obviously Spencer County is not. And so one of the things we've set out to do is to get all of our facilities up to the point where they will be set for 20 to 30 years. Our board has been very fiscally responsible with that, and so we've got the luxury. Our elementary middle school project just started. That is a beast of a project. We've done some work in our early learning center, the central office. The transportation department is under construction. That one's been a pain. I'm not going to lie about that one.
Which I go to bat for him. Chester yesterday, I believe it was, on Facebook, talking about being short drivers. Like, we're hiring.
Yeah.
If you're looking for something, come on down to the bus garage, and we'll get something figured out for you.
But getting those projects done, and really the one that's going to rear its not ugly head, but the one we're going to have to look at then is this right where we're sitting now. So getting this high school renovated, and we've got a lot of work to do here, which I'm really excited about. The renovation here happened in 2012.
Yeah.
So it's not that old. And I don't go anywhere where people don't talk to me about turf. So
you're not going to hear it from me.
Well, I'm shocked that it hadn't come up yet. But
no, you won't hear it from either of us, actually. I will say it's pretty to look at, but I will also say it's hard on knees and ankles.
Yeah,
that's where I'll put it.
But, aside from that, again, as I said earlier, we've just had a great start to the year. It's really nice to finally say COVID is fully behind us. It's something we just don't talk about anymore. The growth has been impressive. 2 new principals this year, Aaron Deming over at the middle school, and then Jason Cox up at Hillview Academy, and they're just rolling, doing a great job. For all sake and purposes, we're fully staffed. Where we feel that on a daily basis is in our bus fleet.
Yeah.
We're on a day when we're fully staffed, we've got every route covered, but we don't have a lot of spares. So folks get sick, things happen, and so
that's got to be rough when you are at least for like the high school and middle school, only one school in the entire county, and you're trying to create transportation to get all the students there.
Yeah, and it's a puzzle, and that's also one of the challenges. We cover a lot of geography, and that's something people I think take for granted a little bit, especially on snow days.
Yes.
You could have one part of the county that's fairly clear and one part of the county that's dangerous, and so that's a lot of what we work through. But it's been a really exciting time. This is my 3rd year already, which seems crazy to say that out loud. And just a lot of cool things have happened in that time. And from our academic growth to our career technical stuff going on here at the high school, we put in the Paxton Patterson Lab at the middle school. We're adding one of those at Hillview Academy. Our elementary schools are just, man, they never stop. They are just busy every day. I was in every building today, got to see kids in Halloween costumes. And, guys, this is a special place. When I got here, I'm not going to tell you my tank was on E, but I was coming out of JCPS after COVID, and, Spencer County has given me life that I didn't know that I had left in me. And so it's just something, and I love to get up and come to work. I love to talk about it, and really excited about the next few years. I'm not going to be sad when these construction projects are over. They're the part they don't cover in superintendent school. I can tell you that.
I'm sure. But I will say, I feel like I can speak for Bo when I say this. We love having you. And not just having you here with GHP Sports tonight when you were with us before, but I've seen a lot of positive growth from the county. I've seen a lot of positive attitude come from the county since you've been here. And I'm not trying to like break my arm patting you on the back or anything, but since you've been here, a lot of good things have happened, and I'm a Dr. Foster fan and always will be.
Well, thank you. Well, I tell you, I think the most special thing about this county, and I've told people I've been to some other places. This is my first one high school district.
Yes,
and just having an entire county and an entire community rowing in the same direction, there's a lot to be said for that. And I hope it's something we never take for granted. And but the people here are special, and it's something I come to work every day, and I told the board the night they hired me, I'm going to make you proud, and I hope I can continue to do that. So it's been a good thing for me.
Well, I do know I'm with you on that whole one school thing. Honestly, I don't know that I want to be here if we have to have another high school. It's so much love, so much energy is put towards the Spencer County Bears.
Absolutely.
And what they do on the field, on the court, in the classroom. And, we got a chance last week. We even talked about it a little bit with even Spencer County Educational Foundation, the things that they're able to do for these students. You talk about your teachers. I mean, I know a lot of your teachers. I know Bo knows a lot of your teachers too. And you're in a county right here where you have a lot of teachers that care beyond what they were required to care.
Absolutely. And guys, they could go to especially, JCPS would be the elephant in the room. But there's places they could go and make a lot more money, but they stay here because they love our kids, they love this community, and they love working with each other. And, that's something that we can't take for granted.
There's a lot of people that teach here that's from here, but then even the ones that's not from Spencer County, when they come out here, you hear them say all the time, man, there's just something about this place that's special.
Right. It is different.
And when they get here, they don't want to leave. Yeah. And I think that's awesome. When we moved here, I lived in Louisville for a while, and me and my wife, both from Barville, as we spoke up before, we wanted a place that was similar.
Yeah.
And we came out here, and we said, I don't know if there's a house available, but this is where we want to be. That was 28 years ago. We've not left since.
Yeah.
So, as we talked about before the end of the half, Nelson County going to receive the opening kickoff as Jackson Brown's teeing the ball up right now. Some adjustments hopefully made by Coach Marksberry, mainly dealing with that blocking scheme up front, facing that odd man front. But Spencer County still 2 more quarters of football here to put the regular season to bed.
Ball fielded about the 17-yard line by Moore. Chased down.
Aiden Trammell.
About the 22.
Good coverage there. Again, that was one of the things earlier in the game where that Achilles heel, it reared its ugly head as they were able to get good position, good field position earlier on a kick return. Right there, great coverage by Aiden Trammell, be able to come from his outside position across and be able to make that tackle, and that's going to force Nelson County to start at their own 22.
Score from over at North Oldham, John. Number 1 defense against number 1 offense in the state. Atherton leads 28-7 at halftime.
Wow.
Cardinals going to pick up a couple on that.
Yeah, great stop up the middle right there. Richard Gilbert giving up from the bottom of that pile. And I tell you what, that's somebody, he was actually our Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game back at the Fairdale game, which we know didn't necessarily go our way. But when you see that young man out there playing the way he plays and doing the things that he does, I mean, and not even being a senior, I mean, he is an anchor on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball on that line.
Call it 2nd and 7 from the 25. Morley, quick screen pass.
Oh, and great defense.
Hit and dropped immediately.
Guys, I know the people has a unique way to call their plays.
That's
Their
how the play was made.
their
Number 3,
offensive
Chance.
line, the running back and quarterback go to the huddle. And, of course, I say that, now they're not doing it. And the receivers stay on the line. So it's like a hybrid play call. You've got a traditional huddle, and the other 4 guys are no huddle, which is unique.
Well, and they still didn't all go to the huddle. Looking at the wristbands, getting the call. And, I mean, that gives them an opportunity to kind of speed up their offense a little bit if they want to. It's kind of that, like you say, a hybrid. Everybody on the interiors together, the receivers, you don't have to wait on them to get out and get set. Oh, great job again. Hayden
Trammell. As the ball got there, that was a completion. And when he got there and hit him, it knocked the ball loose.
You know, guys, my high school coach used to say the most important drive of a football game is the one right after halftime. So kudos to the defense for getting a 3-and-out here. Chance for great field position.
Well, as we talked about the adjustments Spencer County would make, I mean, Nelson County obviously doing the same thing. And when you come out after that time in the locker room with those adjustments made, and Spencer County make a statement like that, they're on the right page right now.
Going to get good field position here again. That ball's going to be marked about the 45-yard line of Nelson County.
You know, I was going to say this before Nelson County punted, but, you know, this is a perfect game. We've talked about this is Nelson County's playoff. They do not get to play next week. And we can't get caught in a lull and go to sleep. Anytime they're punting, kicking off, we've got to be ready for a fake punt, onside kick.
All goes out of bounds at the 45. It'll be first down.
There's no tomorrow for those guys.
No, and they're going to play. Like, we talk about this being the senior night for the Bears, but we have games ahead. There are seniors out there on the field for Nelson County. This might be the last time they ever fasten a chin strap, and they're going to go out there and do everything they can to come off this field with pride.
Higdon in motion. Handoff. Crop up the middle. Head up. Looking for room. He's going to pick up about 14 on that play.
That'll be good for another.
Yeah, I don't know that there was much issue blocking that front that time.
Going to mark the ball at the 32. 1st and 10 for the Bears.
Bo and I got a chance to talk about some blocking there earlier in the week when we were watching some film and looking at the scouting report. And it really does. When you spend all week preparing for certain situations where you have guys with certain assignments and you make that little bit of movement on the defensive line, completely changes your angles and what you're able to accomplish.
Again, Crop is going to get forward to about the 30. Give him 3 on that. Be second down 7.
And you know, John, you're right. And there's 2 parts to that. As a former offensive line guy,
second down.
Looks like Nelson County has an injury here.
Officials timeout on the field.
Typically, offensive line blocking is rule-based, and that rule should apply whether it's even front, odd front, outside shade, inside shade. You know, but really it comes back to what you emulate in practice.
That's
you
right.
know, so you know that's something I know. Coach has been doing this for a long time, and I know they look at different fronts, but it does totally change things, especially in the option. You know, an even front versus an odd front not only changes the blocking, but typically can change the mesh point of an option play. And it definitely changes things.
Well, something that Bo and I had talked about the last few weeks, playing Grant County, playing Shelby County, playing Western Hills, seeing a lot of zone blocking. And if zone blocking from teams that had weaker offensive lines, it's something I don't necessarily agree with, that philosophy. I think it takes a better offensive line to be able to zone block. But we're seeing the Nelson County team here with their offensive line, pulling guards, doing different things to try to create those angles, and that's what Spencer County has to do with that.
This time, Davis keeps it. He's going into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Touchdown run by number 6, Keon Davis.
Untouched, John. 30 yards for the touchdown run for Keon Davis.
For the $25 donation from Earl Browning of Kentucky Farm Bureau. Out of the office and
I mean, goodness, somebody you can hold your hands over those feet right now, and you're going to warm up a little
bit.
Well,
his ability to go from essentially standing still to full speed. Wow. Nice play.
Yeah, he's been a great addition to the Bears this year at quarterback. Actually, Bo and I have talked about it. Gives us, I think it was his senior year would have been your first year here, but Gabe Bowling. When Gabe Bowling was a senior, he was essentially another running back at the quarterback spot. And when you're running that wing tee and now throwing that option in with it, you know, having that extra threat back there at quarterback makes all the difference in the world.
Absolutely.
9:19 left to go in the third. Bears now lead 35-14. John, while we got a minute here, I think I can look at a couple scores. I just give the Atherton score over North Oldham. KCD leads Henry County 36-0. Boyle County 14, Frederick Douglass 7.
Wow, that's a good ball game right there. I knew it would be.
Halftime, Franklin County leads Bowling Green 14-10.
That's a good ball game.
Corbin over Great Carlson in the third, 27-0. Fairdale 21, Shelby County 0. And over on Log Mountain, one that I wanted to talk about in the pregame, number 1 in 5A, Pulaski, visiting Bell County, and Bell County leads 20-14 in the third quarter. Never bet against the Dudley Hilton football team.
Oh, no, and especially at home. I mean, you're talking about something pretty serious right there. They take their football real serious down there.
And Bryan Station leads South Oldham 22-0.
Manual 35, Male 7.
Wow.
Second quarter.
Down year this year for Male.
Yeah,
it has been.
It is.
Got a chance to watch our friend Darren Douglas doing his broadcast of Woodford County last night as they were in Louisville playing Ballard. And Ballard, another team kind of down this year. That's a block in the back. You got to throw a flag on that.
So, guys, one of the things you can clear, Nelson County's committed to do it. So we kick from the left hash. We kick from the left hash to the right, and they're crossing the field. That's something we're going to have to shore up before playoffs.
Well, and of course, we know what Spencer County's trying to do with that angles. We're trying to fold that other side back in and corner them off. And, yeah, if you break contain on the outside, that's where we're losing a lot of this yardage. Going to get dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bears. Going to tack 15 onto that.
Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call against Spencer County.
Did not see what
It'll be
happened.
first down, Cardinals.
But definitely something coaches won't be happy with. That's something you got to keep that attitude in check when you're out there on the field.
Gives Nelson County the ball at midfield. I mean, you just score a touchdown. You don't want to do them any favors.
That's right. And actually that first touchdown that they got, we had the pass interference call on. So penalties helping them move the ball down the field again.
Handoff to Cox, goes nowhere, maybe
Ball
even lose a yard.
Grant Cox.
That's one they've shut down tonight. Not heard his name called a lot.
Well, and a lot of that's been because Cam Morley's been under some pressure early to where there's not a lot they've been able to do with that. The biggest success we've seen so far from Nelson County, other than a Spencer County penalty, is when Cam Morley had time to allow his receivers to find those soft spots in the zone and be able to sit there and make those passes.
Morley, shoulder fake. Now he's going long. He's got a man open. Smalley knocks it loose.
The official didn't throw it. Smalley a little bit early with that initial contact. We'll take the incompletion, bring up a third and long.
Smalley. It'll be third down, Cardinals.
By and large, the officiating has been pretty loose.
Yes.
They've not called much ticky-tack stuff.
Well, and you know, we revert back to last week with the Grant County game, and there was a lot of calls you usually don't see, and things happen in that game that you usually don't see where officials were wanting things done a certain way. And so it's just as much as is the climate, the condition of the turf, as it is the attitude of the players. You've got to be able to play those officials for what they're going to do too.
Twins out to the right for Morley. Looking left. Hits Cox out in the flat. Going to get hit, knocked out of bounds about the 34, 35-yard line. Be first down for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and that was a busted coverage right there for Spencer County.
Tackle on the play was made by number 5, Brody Phillips.
Trying to set up in that zone defense. And once again, you get that zone, you're looking for that soft spot, but you have to have somebody covering that flat right there. And eyes got caught looking in the backfield. Cam Morley able to make a get a little bit of a positive gain out of that, and now they're starting to cook with something here, Bo.
Morley again scanning the field, goes across the middle. It is caught. Hagen Sims.
Pass on the play was complete to number 13, Hagen Sims.
Nice throw and catch right there.
Yeah, it was.
22-yard gain.
And caught Spencer County in a man coverage.
Yeah.
To where Caleb Higdon had his guy, but, able to get that step on that post route. And, Caleb just not being able to stay with him, tried to defend him best he could, but great pass, great catch. Going to put themselves where they're getting into that. They're threatening to score, Bo, that area.
Pass complete. Still digging. Usually the Bears are pretty good on the gang tackle. It took a little while for somebody to get there. Smalley kept hold of him.
And that's why I'm sitting over here kind of like fist in the air. It's like somebody get over there. Smalley, great job on his coverage, able to wrap the guy up and hold on to him. But there are times where that's what you have to do and then wait for the help to come. And help just did not show up. Spencer County needing to pursue that football a little bit harder here in the second half.
Keon Davis checking in on defense. It's not something we see a whole lot.
Three-man front for the Bears.
Pitch to Sims, hit in the backfield, breaks a couple tackles.
Not going to break that one.
Gets up to about the 5. Pick up 1.
Grant Cox.
Guys, is it third? Both the chains are standing up over there. Are they pushed back, or is it?
No, they started at the 12.
Yeah, they can still get a first down.
Actually, going to mark that at the 4.
I think that's a pretty generous
third
spot.
and 2.
Generous spot.
Morley going to keep it himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
Nelson County able to put 6 more on the board.
And on the play by Cam Morley results in a
talking
touchdown.
the education, talking math, we have a common denominator right there, and this is penalties on Spencer County. Just giving them good field position, giving them that short field.
On the kick for the Cardinals, number 30, Blake Vowles.
Credit to Nelson County on that drive. Obviously the big 22-yard play was big.
Yep.
The kid giving the extra effort down here, getting about another 3 or 4 yards out of just a little quick screen. They're still battling. These guys, this game isn't over.
5:16 left to go in the third. Bears lead 35-21.
A lot of football to be played.
Yeah, and that's the worst thing we could see out of the Bears right now is have them quit. We got to be able to finish this out. I'll call it what it is. Bo and I always do that. We're going to say what we think, and that's the end of it. These last few games have been a bit of a cakewalk.
Yeah.
And, we've had these running clocks. I mean, the Shelby County game, we hit a running clock 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And so when you're pulling a lot of your ones off the field, 2s and 3s are getting out there, that's when, these guys haven't had to finish a game in quite a few weeks. They haven't had to put that exclamation point on it in the fourth quarter to get that win. And it's a little bit of a gut check time for these Bears in this game. Now, I can appreciate the fact that even though it's a little bit of a gut check time, I like the fact that we got a 14-point lead with a gut check time. But still, Bears are going to have to continue to respond. This, like you said, this game's far from over.
Got to honor the onside kick here. Any kind of funky pooch kick.
Ball picked up about the 2-yard line by Green. It's going to go down about the 7. Going to be the worst field position of the night for the Bears.
Yeah, and this is where you start having the environment
It'll be first down, Spencer
affect
County.
the game. When we're talking about the dew that's on the grass, that's on everything else, we're talking about the fact that hands are even cold out there. It's a different feel. It's something that these players are going to have to contend with because even though I looked at the forecast and next week so far is supposed to be a little bit warmer on Friday night than it is tonight, we're still at that point of year where we could have nights like this or worse at any time.
Yep. Not a fan.
0 stars.
0 stars. Wouldn't recommend.
I ditto that, sir.
Higdon in motion. And off Crop. Pick up maybe 3, 4 on that play.
Yeah, not a lot of action right there for him. I'm going to mark him at the 10. They're going to give him a yard.
Second down and 9 for the Bears.
Bo, I got to tell you, after last week and now tonight, I'm looking to buy stock in Under Armour. I'm just saying. Just saying.
And again, up the middle. Pick up about 3 or 4 more. This might be a...
Up the middle by number 34.
Well, what we're seeing right here is a chess game between an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator. Nelson County back to the even man front, facing this offensive line after Spencer County able to move the ball against that odd man front in that first possession of the second half. I mean, you're mixing, you're matching, you're throwing something at the wall, see what sticks, and now Spencer County going to have their offensive linemen paying a little bit more of attention to what they're seeing in front of them. And even if they have to resort back to their plan that they started the game with the even man front, you've got to be able to make that adjustment on the fly. And you know, Dr. Foster, you being an offensive lineman, you understand that. You understand those audibles that you have to see and deal with at times.
Absolutely. You know, I think the other thing to look at here, running the ball to the outside. First quarter, we were heavy there. So haven't seen the toss sweep in a while.
Yep.
Obviously, what Nelson County's doing right now, they're making it harder to run up the middle. And so that might be an adjustment too. Obviously, with your backed up as far, we're at our own 15, it looks like.
Yes.
Playbook gets a little tighter back there.
It does. It does. Now you got to concern yourself with not putting that ball in harm's way.
Absolutely.
You know, you are in that third and manageable type of a spot. It'd be great to see Spencer County pick up this first down. And I'm sure that's why we're sitting here looking at this timeout being called right now. Coach Marksberry wanting to make sure everybody's on the same page for the snap of this ball, because this doesn't only just matter when it comes to whether or not we get this first down. This is a huge swing and field position if the Bears get stopped.
Call sweep.
Ooh, he didn't make it.
Ball carrier on the play was number 2, Jake Green.
He's going to be a couple yards shy, I think.
It'll be fourth down, Spencer County.
Bears are going to have to punt.
An important punt here.
Well, and the last time we saw Spencer County punt, ball came off the side of the foot. This could be a big swing and field position.
Number 17, Armin Smalley.
I know you're deep in your own territory. Only 2 yards for the first down here. We've seen Armin run the ball and throw the ball from this.
Yeah, we have. And it's that Australian style of kicking that he does. He forces the defense to pay attention to him.
It's going to hit about the 47-yard lines where it's going to be downed at.
And really, with that field position to punt the ball, that's about the best you're going to hope for right there. You take that.
37-yard punt.
You take that. You've at least forced Nelson County to start on their own side of the 50.
Bo, that's impressive math. I was trying to do that in my head, and you just threw that out there.
Hey, easy. Even a blind squirrel finds an airport every once in a while, so be careful. I see. This is why he's here tonight. Then you got a support group.
I do.
The jabs. Okay. You know, you got somebody trying to block me out a little bit, I guess.
Finally. Low snap. Morley going to take it himself. And he's going to lose a yard or 2 on that. First one to him was Jacob Goodlett. He didn't get the tackle. Ryan Toby, amongst others, in on that.
But, you know, that's that extra effort that even though Jacob Goodlett did not make that tackle, he caused Morley to have to pause and slowed him down and to the point where other guys were able to get in there and get that stop for no gain. And so that little extra effort, those things matter. I mean, it might not go down in the stat book as Jacob Goodlett getting a sack or a tackle or anything right there, but he was as big a part of that play as the guys who put Cam Morley on the ground.
2nd and 10. Double twins. Morley Rolls out to the right. Still looking. The lefty just throws it out of bounds.
Incomplete pass on the
We talked about that last week, John, with Davis rolling to his left and throwing back with his right arm. That's the exact same thing there for Morley. Rolling to his right, throwing back to his left.
That's a tough pass, is being able to get your body cocked around while your legs are still moving, be able to get the arm strength behind that ball that you're used to having behind it to make that pass. It's not something every quarterback can do.
But, really, you think about it, a very heady play from a senior quarterback. Throw it away, no harm, no foul, no turnover.
That's right.
Third and 10. Handoff to Cox. And that what Jacob Goodlett did get that one.
Big play.
Got a hold of that jersey, was not going to let go.
Tackle on the play was made by number 81.
The drive that started barely in the Nelson County Cardinal side of the field. Spencer County took a few more yards from them. Going to bring up a 4th and 13. And we're going to see the punt unit come back on the field again for Nelson County.
Low punt, fielded by Green, about the 21. Gets across the 35 to about the 36, 37-yard line.
Number 2, Jake Green, it'll be first down.
Took a pretty good lick there.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, about a 23 or so yard net punt on that. But Jake Green recognizing that low line drive of a kick, and those are the good ones to return. Those are the ones that's getting to the receiver faster than the defense can get there. And there were so many of those guys in coverage that they were coming down looking up to find the football, and it was already going by him in Jake Green's hand.
Bears from their own 37. Minute 21 left to go in the third. Davis looking to pass. Goes to option 2. It's complete to Green.
That pass was complete.
Pick up about 4 or 5 on that.
And I'll tell you right there, we talked about Cam Morley with his senior leadership throwing that ball out of bounds like he did, making that decision. Give a little credit to Keon Davis, finding Jake Green. Jake Green also recognizing his quarterback was in trouble, coming back, and then Keon putting that football to where either Green was catching it or nobody was.
Very true.
It's impressive, too, for a sophomore. I mean, that was option number 2 or 3 on that handoff. Goes to Green. Now, turn on the Jets. It's going to get down to about the 32-yard line.
That'll be good for another
26-yard gain for Green.
A lot of stuff going on off the side of the plays. I don't necessarily like seeing that. It looked like Richard Gilbert was over there by the Nelson County sideline. A little bit of stuff going on between him and a Cardinal.
Yeah, you like to see downfield blocking, but you don't want to see something that's going to come back and result in a penalty.
Well, especially as far away from the football as that was.
Yeah. Higdon in motion. Davis keeps it himself.
He's gone. He's gone.
Not going to catch him.
Touchdown, Bears!
32-yard touchdown run for Keon Davis.
He's pretty fast.
Do you believe I used to be that fast?
No.
I didn't think you would, but I was trying.
Yeah.
Stop at the office and let her know to take care of all your insurance needs.
I mean, all three of us are decent-sized fellas, and at best, we're quick over short distance. That's the way I see it.
Jackson Brown on for the PAT. High snap. Higdon gets it down. The kick is up and good. With 31 seconds left to go in the third. Bears 42, Nelson County 21. John?
Yes, sir.
Keon Davis has a 32-yard touchdown run, a 30-yard touchdown run, and a 47-yard touchdown run tonight.
Wow.
That extra point is good for $50 donation.
That's pretty impressive right there. And I Above that, though, thinking of the whole team here, I've been really impressed with what the Bears have done since that first touchdown by Nelson County. Every time Nelson County has put points on the board, the Bears have answered. Yeah. It's never been okay, we go out there on that next drive and it doesn't come together, we give them a chance to get rolling again. Spencer County has put 6 on following every touchdown Nelson County scored tonight.
Early in the year, starting, a completely new offensive wrinkle to an offense that existed, a sophomore quarterback, you could see little glimpses of that, but man, he's really put it together tonight, and it's exciting to watch it. His future running this offense with 2 more years to play is exciting.
Yeah, it's almost like, Bo, we need to talk to somebody about getting Marksberry a raise or something. I don't know.
I don't know who we talked to.
That call to make or not. I don't know. Yeah. I'm trying, Mike. I'm trying.
Low line drive kick, fielded at the 9 by Sims, hit at the 21 by Maury McCarthy.
And he's not going anywhere.
No.
Once 21 gets his hands wrapped around you, you might as well forget it. You're going to end up on the ground.
Number 13, Hagen Sims.
And we talk about all these kids a lot, and I don't want to feel like or sound like we're broken records. Amari McCarthy, by far, not the largest stature person on that football field for either team, but plays like he's 7 foot tall and 250 pounds of solid muscle. I mean, that's the attitude that he has out there on the field is you're not going to get the better of me. I don't care that I'm smaller than you.
He is tough.
Double twins from Morley from the gun. Sends Cox in motion. Now looking long. He's got a man open just off the fingertips.
Yeah.
Incomplete.
Coach Eldridge over here asking the line judge, wanting a flag thrown, as they had a receiver over here that he was definitely losing his balance, kind of tipping around a little bit, and no flag thrown for the false start. 19, what's that? Go ahead.
I believe that attempt was an out and up. That's one of the things I noticed watching film. They love that route.
Yeah.
Run it quite often.
We always called it the wheel. I mean, and I've told Bo this 100 times. When it comes to football, a lot of it's a lot easier to understand once you learn vocabulary. And every coach has their own vocabulary to where trying to figure out what they're saying by what they're doing and this and that. But it's really not that complicated of a game once you get that down.
Morley.
All kinds of
going
time.
long across the middle. It throws into double coverage, and that is complete to Sikulski.
Man. You cannot let them come down with that football. Double coverage.
Pass is complete to number 4, Noah.
Caleb Higdon.
It'll be first down, Cardinals.
Sikulski's 6'6", John. I had some of this in my notes for pregame. Better known for his baseball skills, 88-mile-an-hour fastball for the Cardinals.
That's a lot of leverage.
Wow.
Your score
but anyway,
that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Your score, Spencer County 42, Nelson County 21. We'll be right back on GHP Sports.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville. Or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Back at Spencer County High School, our Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center game of the week. Start of the fourth quarter, Spencer County has doubled up Nelson County, 42-21. Nelson County does have the ball, and again, threatening to score.
Yeah, got it down there at the 35-yard line. That great pass and catch there a little bit ago into double coverage. Might look for Morley to be airing this ball out a little bit more, maybe even save some clock on the incompletions.
Got all kinds of time. Now he's wrapped up. and taken down.
You know, guys, what's become very clear, if you give this young man time to set his feet and throw the ball, he can do it.
He's dangerous. Jacob Goodlett.
And it's a balance because you don't want him to run because he's a pretty good runner. But if you make him move before he throws, he's not nearly as effective.
Well, and that's what we were kind of hinting at earlier when we talked about Ryan Tobey in that first quarter. And when he came off of his defensive end spot, actually had a lane to get to Morley, but stayed home.
Yeah.
And it's that pressure, but it's that you got to think of that pressure like a boa constrictor around that quarterback. If you try to strike from one way or another, you create those lanes, and a young man as fast and as good on the ground as Morley is, he's going to make you pay for it.
Sims in motion. Trips to the wide side of the field for Morley. Drops back. Now he's going to tuck and run. Hit from behind. Taken down about the 31-yard line.
You
got to think with the 21-point deficit where they are on the field, this is 4-down territory.
Definitely.
Yeah,
so you're looking at about a 3rd and 6 with 2 plays to pick it up if you're Nelson County. Empty backfield. And that's going to make it a lot easier right there.
Offsides call on Spencer County.
Can't have that.
It's like 3rd and about a half a yard, guys.
Yeah.
We'll bring up 3rd and short for the Cardinals.
There's a big difference in play call now.
4th penalty for 45 yards on the Bears tonight. You go from 2 plays to get 6 yards, now 2 plays to get 1. Cox joins Morley in the backfield. Pass to Cox. Still driving his feet. Gets down inside the 15. First down for Nelson County.
We got an
a
injury.
top.
Tackle on the play was made by number 5, Brody Phelps.
I believe we've got a timeout by Coach Eldridge.
Nelson County.
And he is not happy.
We got a Nelson County player down is what we got. Nelson County player downfield looked like a cramp. He's getting up, and that's Cox. Yeah, Coach Eldridge is definitely
little animated in that huddle.
Giving him an earful. But I'm telling you what, seeing some of this right here, they probably deserve that earful. 9:54 left to go in the game. Spencer County 21-point lead. Nelson County threatening to try to close that gap a little bit here.
Morley, one-on-one with Skulski in the end zone. That is incomplete.
You know, John, you were mentioning earlier about coming off of a couple weeks running clock teams.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to wonder and believe that it probably affects the defense more than anybody. Just because not only did they play maybe a couple of quarters, but probably not 2 meaningful quarters, if we're being honest.
No.
So now putting together 4 quarters, having to stay focused, not make mistakes, it might be frustrating, but it might be a little bit of a hidden blessing here.
Well, and that's, kind of what we were alluding to in that pregame, and the fact that this is a great matchup for Spencer County to have before the playoffs start. Kind of a chance to check yourself a little bit before we actually play these games that are really going to matter a lot here the next few weeks.
Ball out of bounds, clock will stop.
Pass on the play complete to number 5.
9:31 left to go in the game. Of course, Nelson County 3 timeouts. Coach Marksberry with 2. But I'm with you, Dr. Foster. This is make or break right here if you're Nelson County. If you're a Cardinal, you have to put points on the board right now. Spencer County, although they did struggle a little bit in that possession, the earlier possession that they had, do have the ability to really milk that clock out if they're able to pick up a few first downs.
Yes, sir.
And that's going to be another first down for the Cardinals.
Offsides is the call against Spencer County. It'll be first down, Nelson County.
I see some running in the future this week. I don't know if they have a hill they use around here, but
gassers.
Yeah, there's going to be some
downs
time. Going to work a little extra conditioning in for no reason at all. First and goal now for Nelson County.
Quickly to the end zone. You know, there's a lot of hand checking going on over there. No call. Sokolski's asking for it, but
he
was doing as much as
exactly. That's about to say. Both of them hands on each other. Sokolski, even with the push off right as the ball was coming at him. I mean, really, if that official wanted to throw a flag, and I'm not trying to say this as being a homer or anything, but I would have looked at offensive pass interference if I would have looked at anything.
Definitely got the height advantage over there, and that's what Morley was looking at. This time Morley going to keep it himself. Gets the outside into the end zone for the touchdown.
Number 9 on the quarterback keeper, Cam Morley, goes into the end zone for a touchdown.
Definitely not the defensive presence Coach Eldridge was hoping for in this game tonight.
On the kick to the Cardinals.
Nelson County's
Number 30,
lineup for the PAT, trying to make this game 28-42. And bring it back within 2 scores.
Oh, Armin almost got to that.
Next point is good. That's Spencer County Bears 42.
42-28 with 9:22 to go. And right here is where you need to see one of those patented Mike Marksbury, Spencer County 6-7 minute drives.
You do. But the danger of those drives and trying to accomplish those drives is you're running the ball a lot. And where we've already established the fact that we know behind the chains – you can struggle in that wing tee. You can struggle in that option offense to be able to continue that drive. And so very important. The Bears, every time they go out here right now, all they're thinking about is first down. They don't care about score. The only thing that matters is getting that ball 10 yards or further, and that's it. And then the next time, all it is, picking up that first down. Forget everything else. Those are all that matter right now, and the clock will take care of itself.
Not to beat a dead horse, you got to be super conscious of an onside kick right here.
Yes. Well, and it's not to beat a dead horse. I mean, it honestly is one of those things where it's just as easy as a fan to become lax in that as it is for a player to become lax in that. You have to constantly remind that this is something that can happen from a team that, again, has no tomorrow.
There it is.
There it is. And that's Nelson County ball.
Yep.
Onside kick is recovered by the Cardinals.
And just that easy.
It'll be first down, Nelson County.
I noticed that time, too, for the Bears. That front line, there's only 4 guys up there.
Yeah, and they all turned as soon as that kicker approached the football on the tee. Did not see that come off the tee. So 9:21 to go. Nelson County with the ball again.
This drive just got huge.
Yes, it did.
First drive started by Nelson County on this side of the field. Morley going to run. Taken down.
You know, guys,
Gilbert.
You hear the term in NFL, I would use Aaron Rodgers' example, guys that can extend plays. You know, just they don't move a whole lot. Of course, he moves a good bit, but move just enough to extend the play. Man, this kid is good at that.
Well, and you'll notice, too, a lot of his movement, he's moving forward.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where we've talked about, Bo and I have talked about before. A lot of times when you see a quarterback that's dealing with being in stress, being in a bad situation, you'll see a side-to-side movement to where they're trying to get away from that altogether. When you have that calm presence that Cam Morley has to be able to step up towards the defense to be able to find yourself space, that makes a man special right there.
Looking, everybody's covered. He's got Cox. Points for him to go long, and he does. Pass is complete. Chased down and tackled by Isaiah Smith around the 15, 16-yard line.
Cox has gotten up again, limping.
First down, Nelson County.
You know, guys, one of the things when we do go to the three-man front, we're just not getting the pressure there.
No, we're not. And it's that trade-off. It is. It's that ever elusive, how do you get that pressure versus how do you have that coverage?
Fairdale defeats Shelby County 45-0.
Ooh.
Into the third quarter, Atherton 42, North Oldham 7.
I'm going to be interested to watch that film.
Trips the short side of the field. Morley back across the middle.
Intercepted!
Caleb Higdon again.
Wow, that could not have come at a better time for the Bears. And we got a flag come from the far official, too.
Spencer County.
And that's got to be the personal foul nature over there. After the play was over, that flag went flying. But I don't know. Ryan Toby's coming over off the sideline with his hands in the air like, what did I do? We'll see what the White Hat has to say about this. Definitely a dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct versus the Bears, on the Bears. That's going to be a short penalty because it's going to be a half the distance penalty, but a penalty nonetheless. It's going to put the Bears back about their own 3-yard line.
You know, John, I don't know in total. We probably have more penalties than we should, but they have all come at really bad times.
They have. And now you're talking about a drive where we were saying earlier, need that patented, going to run the clock type of thing. And
now you're just looking to get out of the shadow of the goalpost. And I think we're just going to see a steady diet of Noah Crop. Maybe give him a little bit of room so we can get a punt off.
Well, and we got a Nelson County player a little slow to get up.
Manual 52, male 7 final.
But, you know, that play right there, that's I mean, it was almost as if Nelson County was in the huddle with the Bears. I mean, the linebackers were coming at the snap of the ball, filling that middle, trying to do what they could to slow down that rushing attack. And Spencer County's got to find a way to answer that. They've got to find a way to be able to call out of that, do something. Even if Keon Davis keeps the ball and rolls to the outside, I know it's a dangerous play at the 3-yard line, but if you're going to get linebackers committing that hard to the middle, you got to catch them in it some way, somehow.
Mayfield 43, Central 13 final. Marion County over Bullitt Central 46-10. KCD 42, Henry County 8. Some of the finals around the area.
Boy, that KCD game was a tough loss.
That was a tough
loss. That should have been a Spencer County win there. And that's one you could have hung your hat on this year, because I would not be surprised to see that team play against Campbellsville again.
Yeah, in Commonwealth.
Yeah. Well, they would both. They're in the same district.
Oh, they are in the same. Yep. I got you. So they're likely they might play in the semifinals.
That time Higdon does get the ball out to about the 5, pickup of 2.
But, yeah, that's a rough one right there when you get those types of matchups. And that's one of the things, again, Nelson County's facing this year. You have a tough district like that. You know, and I understand that's why they went to the sister district. Is Bo and I were talking about it the other night, where you had Lexington Catholic and Boyle County in the same district for so many years, and they were 1 and 2 in 4A. And just getting out of their district in the playoffs, one of the best teams in the state was getting knocked out and not even an opportunity to advance. And so the sister district helps with that. We're going to get a timeout, Spencer County.
Timeout Bears.
The sister district does help with that, giving teams a better opportunity to advance. But, you still end up with situations to where these districts, and it's no fault of KHSAA, but these districts are so unevenly matched where you have weak districts, you have strong districts, and there's still teams that are going to suffer like Nelson County does.
Franklin County 28, Bowling Green 18. Now, Bowling Green finished 4-6 this year, but do not be surprised if they go a long way.
Yeah.
in the playoffs. I mean, their 6 losses are to Franklin County, St. X, Scott County, Cal.
The who's who of Kentucky
South
football.
Warren.
Yep, South Warren. Yeah, I mean, it's they've lost to some powerhouses.
Well, in that Franklin County, you talk about KCD being a rough game for the Bears, not being able to get that win. That Franklin County game this year. Oof. But I tell you what, it seemed like Spencer County, these boys came out of that as well as they could have. The attitude, the ethic, the work ethic they put into their next games, they did not let them bring that down. They actually hanging their hat on the way they played that game that night.
Higdon in motion.
There we go.
He's going to go 90-plus yards.
Davis crosses midfield.
Wow. He's gone.
He's pulling away from him.
He's going. He's got
5.
Touchdown Bears!
Ball was on. That's a 95-yard run.
95-yard touchdown run by Keon Davis.
Oh, man. Goodness.
He's fast.
A little bit. He's got a step or two on a few guys out there.
Donation from Earl Browning from Kentucky Farm Bureau. Stop at the office of Literal Take
Want to remind everyone, stay with us after the game. We will have the Kelly Hubbard coaches interview. We will also have the Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game interview. And, Bo, I've already got some good ideas. I don't know about you.
204 yards worth of just touchdown runs tonight.
Nelson County 28.
Extra point by Jackson Brown is good. 49-28, 6:17 left to go.
And once again, Spencer County gives up a touchdown and answers with one. And so, great job by the Bears. Great response from them. Of course, defense still, I'm sure Coach Eldridge having a few talks down there, making sure everybody understands what we need to do. But 6:17 left to go, and Bears got pretty good hold on this one now.
Cal 42, Fern Creek 7. Not used to all these games going final before we're done, John. We've been in, like I said, the running clock the last 2 or 3 weeks.
I know. It's like we're working overtime right now. You know.
And the pay's horrible.
The pay. I got my new polo on under here. You know?
I'd save mine for basketball season, I guess. It's too cold to be wearing short sleeves now.
Well, I got multiple layers on. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable right now. Multiple layers on.
I'm getting ready to steal Davy's feet thing down here. My toes are starting to get cold.
I think you're getting ready for Davy to kick your butt, though, too, if you try. So,
ball fielded at the 21-yard line by Max Moore, and he's going to get close to the 40.
The ball is fielded by number 5, Max Moore. It'll be first down, Cardinals.
Yeah, they're going to spot that ball. Looks like around the 39-yard line. That's where Nelson County will take over. 6:11 left to go in the ball game. Head official trying to get the ball situation figured out here.
Boyle County 20, Frederick Douglass 13. Corbin 47, Great Crossing 7.
Ooh.
And big single A game, Raceland over East Carter 20-7.
I mean, for being the last week of the season, usually, I mean, you end up with quite a few games that are kind of down compared to normal weeks. Great week of competition this week in Kentucky football.
Really hits Sokolsky. You know, the late Jared Lorenzen used to always say, if you give me time, I will pick you apart.
Yep.
I don't care. If my line will give me time, I will find the open man.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Morley done right there.
Well, and he created that not only with his offensive line giving him time, he created that with the threat of being able to run. Because as soon as he was able to roll out to that left side, he showed the ability in the past in this game to where he could turn it upfield, and that caused our secondary to stutter. And they stopped for just a second, and they gave that receiver time to get open, easy pitch and catch. But sometimes in this game, just the threat of being able to do something will affect how a play happens.
Marksbury's pleading his case over here about something. He's not even getting the attention. Morley again.
Oh, he's in trouble. Jacob Goodlett again in there with Paxton Truitt.
Yeah, we've taken two very different approaches. We've brought the house or rush 3, and bringing the house is proven to be a little more effective.
Brings up 2nd and 15 for the Cardinals.
Under 5 minutes left to go in the game. No hurry here by the Cardinals. It's almost as if they're pretty well phoning this one in too. Not trying to speed along, get a lot of plays off here. Bears with a 21-point lead. Paxton Truitt.
He's going to get a flag. He's not careful.
7, Paxton Truitt.
He backed off. Glad to see him move down the field a little bit, but he was pumped up right there. Great job, senior Paxton Truitt out there getting the sack.
Amari McCarthy there talking to him, about 1.5 feet shorter. But
that's something, too. Paxton's been one of those kids that, his transition to defense has been almost seamless, is what I would call it. He plays so well on the defensive side of the ball. Trained to be a quarterback, been the backup quarterback here, and to be able to make that commitment to the defensive side of the ball, learn that side of the ball, it's been huge for him. He's been a great asset to Coach Eldridge.
Screen pass out to Cox. It's going to get up to about the 35. They're still going to be about 7 yards short.
Grant Cox.
Well, a couple sacks will do that to you. You're able to get them back like that. Nelson County leaving their offensive personnel on the field.
No choice now.
Well, but, when the fact that they're not even hurrying up, normally it wouldn't be much of a choice, but they could just as easily punt the ball or whatever here. And, like I said, they phoned this one in.
I'm disappointed in that.
I am too.
4 wide to the left side. Trying to draw the Bears off sides. Coach Boston calls timeout.
I mean, you consider Nelson County got the football with somewhere around 6 to 7 minutes left to go in the game. And, yes, you're down 3 scores, but make an effort.
Yeah.
That's how I am. If you have to have that never die attitude. And even as a coach, you need to be able to instill that in your boys that I'm with you until that whistle blows. And we're going to do every single thing we can because you don't know how quick a turnover could change the game. We've seen the onside kick and what it was able to do to get the ball back. I mean, there's stuff that can happen that can still get this game within reach for Nelson County. But if you're going to just phone it in and waste 30, 35 seconds even getting up to the ball to run a play, well then, okay, you're pretty well giving up on your guys. And I don't like that.
Changing gears, not completely, but continuing to play Nelson County and Spencer County is a great rivalry.
Yes.
Nelson County is a school, they've been through a lot. Obviously, they had the split with Thomas Nelson. They've had quite a few head coaching changes. So it's good to see them getting back to where they're going to be about 500 for the year, I think. You can see they got some pieces there where they could get it back together.
Well, and what's fun for us, Bo took it out of his notes. We actually call this the Marksbury Bowl. So,
very fitting.
Yeah, so it kind of, works out well that way too. And I think because of that, it's one of those reasons why we will continue to have this game every year.
Yeah.
Morley looking long. And that is complete.
Oh, wow.
He's going to be short.
Yeah, they're going to have him down at the 1.
A little trivia, like before we went to 6A, Nelson, I think, was the only school out of St. X Trinity or Male that won a state championship in 4A for about 30 years.
Yeah.
And won it about 95, I believe. Coach Mark Brown down there did a great job.
Well, I know you go in there, even to their press box, and they've got the accolades up inside the press box at Nelson County and what they've been able to do.
Morley keeps it himself for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
Touchdown with 2:37 left to go in the game.
On the kick for Nelson County.
But, yeah, it's always interesting to me, the few games that we've had the pleasure of going to Bardstown to Nelson County High School to call and seeing the pictures, seeing the different things from those teams in the press box. It's special for those guys. It's one of those things that even though it's high school, and it's the same thing for these seniors here tonight for Spencer County or Nelson County, even though you're going to move on from that part of your life, and that's something that's just going to be back in your history, it's still something nobody can ever take away from you, and the time that you spent and the things that you learned and the lessons in life that you get from playing this game.
49-35, 2:37 left to go. Let's talk about our quarterbacks tonight. I mean, Davis, 4 touchdown runs for the Bears. Morley got 3 of his own.
Yeah, he did. Maybe not quite the
not the yardage.
I didn't know exactly how I wanted to say it.
We've got 7 running touchdowns between our 2 quarterbacks here tonight.
But, yeah, definitely a little bit more style from Keon Davis when it comes to getting some of his rushing touchdowns. But a game that coming into this, not to take anything away from Keon and what we've seen from him all year, but didn't really expect it to be the quarterback duel that it's been and the dual threat quarterback the way that it's been between the 2 teams. And Keon's went out there and showed us again why he's been a great addition to the Bears.
Yeah, this time the Bears have got 6 up here on this front line.
Yeah.
It's Smalley, Isaiah Smith, Davis, and all the hands team. You got 1 man back, Aiden Tremble.
Yep. And he's just there to make sure that ball doesn't get picked up by Nelson County.
And they do kick it long.
That's all you do, and get down.
I'm going to bring it back out to about the 26.
He did more than I would have wanted him to right there. If I would have told him, you go out there, that ball gets kicked to you, you get it. As soon as the tacklers, right before they get there, get on the ground, keep that possession, protect that football. 2:31 left to go in the game. Spencer County, again with that 14-point lead.
Coach Marksbury is telling him that right now.
Yeah, it's like, just get down. It's don't take a chance on a turnover, especially that far onto your side of the field with a team that's trying to keep a little bit of life breathed into them right now. But still, Keon Davis going to lead his offense out on the field. Again, 2:31 left to go. Spencer County, no timeouts left in the game. 3 for the Nelson County Cardinals.
And off to Green. Green's going to pick up about 12.
That's huge right there.
Was number 2.
Those first downs, again, that's all that matters right now. It's moving those sticks.
That'll be good for another.
Really wouldn't have minded seeing him maybe cover that football a little bit better when he was going down 2 hands, but we'll take it for the 12 yards. And the clock's a-ticking.
Final from Goshen, Atherton 42, North Oldham 13. Middlesboro defeated Sayre tonight.
Wow. Good for them. That's what I was saying. There seemed to be, for the last game of the regular season, which most teams aren't playing district opponents now, a lot of times you end up with just kind of some whatever type games, but there's been some good matchups tonight. And even last night, that Ballard and Woodford County, there was probably 6, 7, 8 games played last night.
Yeah.
And so good weekend of football.
A lot of that is official shortage. You talk about bus driver shortage. They're having to play some of these games on Fridays and Saturdays. Handoff hit immediately in the backfield. Is Green.
That's fine. If Nelson County is going to let this clock run, Well, I mean, now we got third down, so.
51, Xavier Lawson. It'll be third down, Bears.
Yeah, we should be able to make this work. I mean, Spencer County should be able to go out there and kneel on the ball as long as it's under the 40 and be able to bleed that clock. And I tell you right now, you see some of the Nelson County guys kind of, shaking hands with each other and everything. This hurts for them. It really does. Of course, there wasn't a future after tonight for them. My heart goes out to those seniors there. And the fact that they've spent their career, their time in with Nelson County, doing everything they can to make them what they could be. And
Spencer County takes the delay of game penalty.
Yep. But, that's a tough way to end your career right there if you're a Nelson County Cardinal. The Bears just bleeding off all the clock they could. And I would expect to see him kneel on the football here and just end the game. We are going to line up, though.
Davis.
Wisely goes down. Goes down.
Ball carrier in the play was number 6, Keon Davis.
But that's going to end it right here. Nelson County's going to take, the only thing they're taking home with them tonight is their 3 timeouts.
Ladies and gentlemen, your final score is the Spencer County Bears 49.
Bears tonight. Big win over Nelson County, leading into the playoffs.
49-35.
So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with some stats and our in-the-game interviews. You're watching Bears football on.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Back here at Spencer County High School, final score tonight, Spencer County 49, Nelson County 35. Going to go quickly over some stats.
All right.
First for the Bears, 22 first downs on the night, 47 rushes for 441 yards on the ground tonight.
Wow.
Keon was 3 of 4 through the air for 41, 51 total plays for 482 yards for the Bears. 5 of 9 on third down for the Bears. First downs for Nelson County was 22, 13 rushes for 10 yards. Morley was 15 of 26. And total plays for Nelson County, 45 plays, 265 yards, 5 of 11 on third down, 1 of 1 on fourth down. Individually tonight, Keon Davis, 3 of 4 for 41 yards. 2 of those went to Noah Kropp for 36, 1 to Jake Green for 5. Then running the football tonight.
This is the stat right here.
Our Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game tonight, Keon Davis, 14 carries, 255 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Caleb Higdon, 8 rushes for 76. Noah Kropp, 15 for 59. Jake Green, 10 for 51. And Morley, 15 of 26 for 255. Sokolsky caught 3 passes for 72 yards. and Cox had 9 rushes for 27 yards tonight for Nelson County. But, I don't think there's any doubt.
No.
Our Trevor Brown construction player of the game tonight, 14 rushes, 255 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And then he threw for 41 yards, almost 300 yards of offense, Keon Davis along.
Sophomore Keon Davis. And that's the thing we got to keep in mind, too, and the fact that he is still young. And it's not just the fact that he's a sophomore. This is his first year with the Bears. And so to be that first-year player, be that quarterback, be a sophomore, learn this offense, do everything that he is doing and do everything right the way he's doing it, I mean, you're talking about a threat that we're going to have for the next few years.
I think a ton of value in getting this win, having to play a 4-quarter game. I think Coach is going to have a little problem getting his guys' attention when they watch this film. I think there's going to be a lot of coachable moments in there, but guys, the month of November is why they do it all. That's why they do the lifting, the running, everything. I think we got an interview down here.
Yeah, I think let's go down to our sideline reporter, Blaine Prim, down there. He's got our player of the game, our Trevor Brown Construction player of the game, Keon Davis.
Yeah, I'm here with Keon Davis, player of the game once again. 4 touchdowns on the night, absolute dominant game on the ground. Just what was your mindset coming in for the last game of the regular season?
The mindset was just win. Get these people back on the road. They don't deserve to be here. And I just love this team, and I love how far we come. And first round of playoffs, we're coming.
Yeah, absolutely, and a great game tonight, Keon. Go celebrate.
Well, yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
And now we're with our Kelly Hubby Coaches interview, Coach Marksberry.
Yeah, Marksberry. It was a great all-around game, especially on offense, especially out of Keon Davis, our player of the game. Just what was your mindset for this one, your overall thoughts?
Well, it makes it tough. They were bouncing around from an even front to an odd front, and we had worked all week on an even, so then they come out an odd. So just sometimes it's when you're out here on the sidelines and everything's going crazy, it's just hard to make adjustments out there and make sure everything is sound. So we just try to survive the first half and then get in there at halftime, and we instead of running veers and XBs and stuff like that, we come back out and started running midline, and it was pretty much a pull all the time. So we did that and got some power sweep. We started running to their defensive left. We kind of found some things there that we like. But no, look, those seniors, they went out on a positive note. Our offense is a handful. It really is. And look, we can throw the ball too. We had them in some difficult spots. We were trying to take a couple of shots on our play action game, and we were going to run the post, and he would have been wide open, but we just Keon slipped on when he planted his foot on one time, and then the other time he just couldn't see it, but he completed it to Jake. So, but anyway, a great night. Really proud of our kids. Really proud of our seniors. I mean, look, there's some things that we've got to clean up. Our special teams, we got to clean up. Defense, we were a little bit undisciplined, jumping off sides, blew a couple of coverages, but offense is pretty dynamic. So we just got to build on it this week and get ready for the playoffs. We're excited, but I just do want to say I'm really proud of our seniors. We got 9 seniors, man. They played their tail off, and hopefully we can keep riding this out for a while.
Yeah, absolutely, great game, Coach.
I do want to say that same sponsor. Just as a group as a whole, at Brown Realty on Main Street,
yes.
Coach's interview at the end of the game tonight, that changed a little bit. But great game again, offense. I mean, just, again, hitting on all cylinders again for the Bears tonight, about the 4th or 5th game in a row. And it's really a joy to watch when you see them like that. Dr. Foster here tonight, thank you for coming.
Hey, you're welcome anytime, too.
Yes,
it's been
absolutely.
Great having you up here. Your insight in, of course, I'm looking at what I'm looking at. Bo's looking at what he's looking like, but with that third set of eyes, I mean, it changes the game even for us to where you get that different perspective. There's different things to talk about, and anytime you want, we'll have that guest microphone sitting out here.
Absolutely. Well, and I want to thank you guys and obviously Charlie Tishner. The service you all provide to this community is something special. The fact there's not many high schools that have televised games that look like this, and I say quite often in many contexts, I hope we don't take it for granted, and I hope the community doesn't take this for granted, and obviously the sponsors that make it possible. But it's truly special. So thank you both for what you do to make it awesome.
Well, me and John say all the time, we just get to come up here and run our mouth. If we wasn't here doing it, we would be down there doing it. We'd just be talking to ourselves. It may be rated a little different.
Yeah. Might be pay-per-view if somebody was listening to us.
But
still.
yeah, it's something we enjoy doing, and I mean, it takes a lot of time, but it's time that
it's a labor of love.
It's our way of giving back, I guess you could say, but at the same time, it's our way of staying involved. And I always said when I quit coaching, the one thing I missed was being around the kids, and this still gives me that. So thank you guys for letting us do it.
Exactly. Now, we could use a little warmer spot next year. We'll just put that in here.
We could enclose this up here.
Well, I know when Coach told me today, I said something about doing it, and he said I asked, I said, now, are we on top of the press box or inside? And he grinned and said, oh, you're on top.
If we knew somebody, John, that could enclose this.
I don't know. I mean, I'll try to make some calls, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, if I come across anybody, I'll send it your way.
I bet you will. But anyway, again, a joy to have you here with us tonight. Great game by the Bears, 49-35 final score, Spencer County over Nelson County to finish out the regular season. And, of course, now, I mean, roads have led straight to the playoffs. Everything Spencer County's done preparing to get this team going the way they're going. And I won't say they were necessarily firing on all cylinders tonight. We had a few little hiccups, some things that need to be worked on this week, but definitely a great challenge from Nelson County, definitely a good way of preparing to go into next week against Breckenridge County and hopefully a few more weeks after that.
Home game next week. Folks, come out and support these kids.
Exactly.
The first game of the playoffs, these bleachers ought to be full. But if not, if it's too cold for you, me and John, again, we're glad to come sit in your living room and do the game.
That's right.
Just make sure you bring groceries.
Yeah.
And,
hot chocolate was nice.
But I'm done for the night. You guys got anything else? Any final words?
Playoff time.
Playoff time. And you know what? I'm not going to say it. Playoff time.
Playoff time. Breckenridge County. You know what that means for Breckenridge County. Bad news for Breckenridge County right there.
So again, next week, next Friday night, we'll be right here on these same airwaves. Pre-game at 7. Game starts at 7:30. If you can't be here, and by all means try, but if you can't be here, let me and John into your living room, and we'll do this again.
And maybe even Dr. Foster if he wants to do it for another week. We'll see.
Yep. So that's all I got. It's all you guys got. Again, your final score tonight, Spencer County 49, Nelson County 35. Bears finish the season 7-3 in the regular season and move on to round 1 of the playoffs next week. And we'll see you then right here on GHP Sports.